need each other. Wake up, everybody. Well, you see, we need wake up, everybody. We need wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking. Time for thinking ahead. All the teachers start to teach a new way. They're the ones that suffer each and every day. Teach the children, teach the babies, teach the babies, teach the children, teach the children, teach the babies, teach the children, teach the
I'm searching, won't stop till I find you. I'm running, won't stop till I touch you. You're my destination. Lord, you're all I got. Nothing can deter me. I said I won't stop. If it's not you, then Lord, it's nothing. If it's not you, it's nothing at all. If it's not you, then Lord, it's nothing. It's got to be you, to be you. Lord, I love you because you first loved me. The height, the depth, the length, the breadth of your love sets me free. So I give you everything, no holding back. My heart is yours, Lord, 'cause it's all I got. If it's not you, then Lord, it's nothing. If it's not you, it's nothing at all. If it's not you, then Lord, it's nothing.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection. This is your host, Percival Palmer. Alongside me is our studio engineer. I won't tell you what his name. His name means that he is a warrior. And of course, there is the lovely Eden, who has been with me for the past 2 weeks. Good morning to Jamaica. Good morning to those who are visiting with us online, those who are listening in their cars as they go to work. those who are listening on the bus, on the minibus, those who are just walking by and hearing the music being played. If it is not you, then it is nothing. What a declaration of faith. This gentleman is on a journey. He's on a journey. We are on a journey together. We're seeking to understand what it is God is saying to us at this point in our lives as individuals, in our communities, in our nation, what it is that God is saying. And this morning, I'm just gonna share something with you that just came up. It was reflected on it. Somebody sent me something, and it says, "For there in," reading from Romans 1, this morning, Romans 1:17. I'm gonna read a thing. I'd encourage you to read the whole chapter for yourself, but there are just a couple of things that I just want to highlight, and then we'll go just conclude our simple study on what it is that is demanded of leadership in this time in terms of how they are. But good morning to you, and good morning to our listeners who are on the stream, on Twitch, on Twitch, on our Instagram page, on Facebook. Good morning to Toronto and London, and those people are joining us around the world. It is so good to be coming into your space. You are allowing us into your space, and we are grateful. Good morning to my wonderful co-host, Minett, who is somewhere out there but still enjoying us online. And good morning to the producer, looking back to see you on Monday. So those who have been asking if I have suspended my co-host, no, she needed a well-deserved vacation. And so we look forward for her rejoining us on Monday back in studio. For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith. As it is written, the just shall live by faith. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. Because that which may be known of God is manifest in them, for God had showed it unto them. Reading from the King James. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen. The word says the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament speaks of his handiwork, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. If you are on this journey seeking to know and to understand who God is, he has revealed himself. But please ensure that it is an honest search. There are a lot of us who say we are searching, but are we really searching, or are we just trying to prove a point? And we get a lot of times into these arguments. If you are searching for God, he says, if you seek me with all of your heart, you will surely find me, because I want to be found by you spiritually. God is a spirit. Those who seek to worship him, as Jesus revealed to the woman at the well in Samaria, must seek to worship him in spirit and in truth. And here's what they said. He says, you don't have to look far. But if you are looking, make sure that it is an earnest search. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because of that, when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like unto corruptible man, and to birds, and to four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lusts of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Somebody would say reflect on that, sailor. But I want us to just focus in on 20. You can read it for yourself. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. And in one fell swoop, he just says, it's there, but if you are really serious in terms of finding me, I can be found, but not in the way that you think it should be. Somebody would say, sailor, as we come up to the break. If it is not you, it can't be anything else as we search for the truth, because the truth is out there. Good morning to you. Good morning to the Morning Connection as we go to our 6:30 break. Thank you for listening in.
Keep listening.
Easy! Let not your hearts be troubled. Just believe in God Almighty and daily renew the mind. As we live in this time when fake is more valued than real, and lies prefer the truth, the unnatural put above the natural. This is Lady Donna, aka Double D Don, with a new song, Almighty Jah, encouraging your people to keep the faith. God will make a way. Get your copy today. It's on all digital platforms. Lady Donna Official on Instagram, Facebook, AsujaRecords.com. For bookings, Asuja Record Label at Gmail. Almighty Jah!
Bess100.5 FM brings you youth empowerment and resilience, a 30-minute program with Royton McLaren every Monday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. Your Monday nights will not be the same again. Managing stress, trauma? Let's talk on youth empowerment and resilience with Royton McLaren on Bess100.5 FM every Monday from 7:30 to 8 p.m.
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
Let I listen to Bess FM.
For a better choice in all your electrical supplies, A, authorized 3M dealer and better brand names. B, better service including free island-wide delivery. C, all major credit and debit cards accepted. It's ABC Electrical Sales. Shop number 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10. Open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We make your electrical jobs as easy as ABC. Call 754-382-528 or fax 754-3659. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice.
Bess100 FM is the authentic voice of Jamaica, promoting your prosperity with better vibes and better music. Let us promote your goods and services for you. Advertise with us. For more information, call our office at 876-276-8935. That's 276-8935.
Today's best music. The best mix of your light run favorites is on
Bess FM. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, lies heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seemed impossible to face, and when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. I just want to look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. We've been having some very interesting discussions in the background. We can't bring it close to here because we're going to get a challenge, But I just want to allow you, as you listen to me reading this morning, God has chosen to reveal himself to us. But you know what he said in Romans? He's done it, but we take a decision. So we are going to do our own thing. And he say, all right then. We're going to deal with it to ourselves. And we see that being manifest in our world today. We have taken who God has revealed himself to be across different countries, different groupings. Because there's a sense that we never just come here. So it's not we make ourselves. It is he who has made us. As we close out this week, we want to say good morning to those at the Ligani Club who would be normally hosting us, and also to JD Urban Pub. We begin up Catherine and the rest of our crew and those persons. And again this morning, I just want to big up my friend Esther Thompson, who received a Golden Torch Award yesterday. She teaches at Calabar High School, has been doing that for a very long time. She's an excellent teacher. So big up to you, Miss Esther, in terms of sticking through the path, in terms of impacting so many of our young people over the years, and to all the others who have received the Golden Torch Award. I think it was 177 persons, which means that you'd have to have been in education over 30 years. Wow, that's a long time. That's a long time. That's a generation, Miss Eden. It's a lifetime. I don't think you reach us yet, but we will see. You soon reach up to that one. We're not rushing it. You're just enjoying it. Wow. And good morning to those who are online. This week, we've been focusing on leadership. There were 10 leadership lessons, and I just want to quickly go back through those who have been taking notes out of Nehemiah. We spoke about that the leader, and it seems like we're getting ready for the local government elections. The signs are there on the road. You see so much cuttings and cleanings and fixing. We saw the $3 billion summer aid. Some people saying we probably might have the local government election as we get back to go to school. The EOJ has made their request. So the signs are there that there's one in the offing. But I encourage you, I challenge you, let us in this election, whether it is a general election or it is the local government election, let us choose leaders who understand our plight. Let us move away from the beaten path in terms of, I'm always a PMP or I'm always a JLP. We have concluded, and many Jamaicans have concluded, that for the most part, it has not worked for us as a country. We must now ask our leaders to respond to a call on their lives in terms of the situation and seeking to go out to help the people. Nehemiah did that. He responded to the call in terms of leadership. And you must ask them, what call you responding to as a leader? Is it to go in there and to fill up my pockets? Or to get the power? Or is it a call to really lift up Jamaicans, to make Jamaica a better place? Secondly, your leader must care for the people and their situation. Was having a lively discussion with some friends yesterday, and we came to the conclusion between the PMP and the JLP, or those who have been the NDM, we have not had people, in a sense. Somebody says only one person really had cared for the people of Jamaica in terms of the far-reaching policies that he implemented that we are still reaping the rewards of today. The leader cares for the people and their situation. Our leaders must identify with us to the voice of the people. Our leaders must show that they care for our situation. They're not giving us platitudes. He must identify. That is why even in terms of the call, in terms of change of the constitution, some people are saying that the MP must live in the area, must be resident in the area. And he thought leader must think in terms of we and us, not us versus them. And he says, the leader must say, you see the trouble that we are in? That is how what Nehemiah said. And I see the trouble, because when he got the report, the person said to him, the walls are, the city mash up, Jerusalem mash up, and the gates are burned. And I point out to you, the gates represent the place of justice. In their society, when the leaders and the elders met at the gate, they dispensed justice there. And the fact that the gates were burnt means that no justice couldn't happen. And we have been hearing that theme this week. David said it. Rowan said it in terms of we have to fix justice in this country. We have to fix justice in this country. And justice happens at two levels. Justice happens with the judicial system, that people must feel that when we go in front of the court, we're going to get true and real justice. But also, even before that, we must be just in terms of how we deal with each other and the simple thing. That's where the true justice really begins. So if we are just in terms of our dealing with each other, we're good to go. The leader helps define the reality of the situation. See the trouble we are in? Jamaica lands in ruins. Time to rebuild. It mash up bad. You know? And it's not a call to go back to the good old times. It is a call to define a reality that will move us forward. That every Jamaican at every level must feel that this is our country. And as we approach in the independent 60 years, we have to ask ourselves the question, are we being truthful to each other? Are we living a pipe dream? But one of the things in terms of helping to define the reality of the situation, we must talk the truth at every level. Let's call a spade a spade. Let us, even in our situation, begin to speak truth to power and say, no man, can't go so. But as somebody would say, with kind of too licky. The leader hears God's direction and vision. So God has a vision and a direction in terms of how Jamaica should go. It's there in the map, the motto, the anthem, and the pledge. There is a map that at the very beginning and birth of Jamaica, there's a map, the motto. Do you know as a Jamaican what the motto of our country is? Do you know what the anthem says? It's the only anthem that is a prayer in all of the world. Do we know what the pledge is? We say as people of faith, our leaders must be people of prayer. Because when you pray, you're plugging into the divine to get instructions and revelation. Joseph did that. Daniel did that. Do we have leaders who really pray and seek God's guidance? And that is the role of the church, of religion, in terms of God has a way that he's speaking to us. The vision must be simple, that everybody can buy into it. And we have been saying from day one on this program that when you have a vision that is simple, that people can buy into, whether it's Rasta, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, and everybody can say, yeah, man, that is our vision. It must be simple. And a simple vision that he has said, when he says his throne is built upon righteousness, justice, truth, and mercy. And those things are in our map, in our motto, in our anthem, in the pledge that we make, that we are saying that Jamaica must be a place where righteousness flows, where justice abounds, where mercy and truth are the things that guide us. Do you see your leader building a team? Because, you might get the vision. Ask him where your team is. So you might have a vision, but where's the team that is going to work with you to cause this to become a reality for us? And that is a call out to a lot of things we're seeing happening. Everybody in Jamaica, I believe, have a piece of that vision of a prosperous Jamaica, what it means to them. And if you talk to, I'd say, all Jamaicans, the issue of justice and the issue in regards to we're doing right and we're just thinking about those who are less fortunate, that is what it's about. Look on your representative. Is him alone? Does he have a team that is working with him that can carry out the policies and things? It's the dream. It's the team that makes the dream work, that makes the vision work. And that means you have to gain the trust of the people around about you. So in the community, in the constituency, in the local government, the municipalities, do you see a team that is working on behalf of the people? The leader keeps the real purpose before the people. Why are we doing what we are doing as Jamaicans? Is it doing something because we're thinking about the big man, or we are thinking about every single Jamaican? And so we have to keep asking her the question. And I must say to you, in terms of the leader, and we know that there are so many things that will come to discourage us. Does a leader, the person putting themselves before you, have a real track record? That when trouble come, them run? Or is it somebody who continues to stand because they believe in principle? And out of that, I say to you, other things will arise. as we speak about adversity, you're working, and Nehemiah had his detractors. We're gonna have our detractors, and people going to mock you, people going to ridicule you, people going to, you guys don't even know what I talk about the Jamaica that we're speaking about, the Jamaica that is just, that is working on behalf of everybody. And people going to come to do everything. You're going to have the Sanballats and the other people come and say you're doing a great thing, but them going to do everything to distract you. And them say, me can't come down, I am doing a great work. Because to rescue Jamaica, to put Jamaica in a position that will move us forward, it's a great work. We have to stay fixed on the purpose of writing a lot of the things. The whole thing of reparations and dealing with the passing away. The whole thing of truth and reconciliation in terms of what happened in the 70s and 80s. And out of that, there's a new thing. And out of that, because we believe in God, we stop and we're celebrating, but we need to know there's more that we need to do. Because our leaders must put our country in a place where other visions will become a reality. For those of us who read the Bible, I encourage you to go into the book of Nehemiah. There are some fantastic principles there that we can find modern day application for. As we come up to our 7 o'clock break, we have gonna have some guests this morning.
Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm.
So after our 7 a.m. break, we are going to have Dr. Tamara McKenzie, and she will be speaking to us about monkeypox. So all the myths, we're going to debunk those this morning. And after that, we're going to have Mr. Derek Cottrell, and he's going to be speaking a lot of business. So stay tuned, and
so some things as we've gone,
we're
talking about what happened yesterday. The paternity thing is live. Let's
so what are your thoughts, Pastor?
My thing?
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. Mr. One from the president of the Jamaican Employers Federation say if we introduce that, it's going to be a burden on small business. But the truth is, let's start with the principle first. The principle is our fathers part of the parenting process. Do fathers need to take time off in those very formative years, those baby born, to help to be there with the mother, to help it. We say that fathers now do not need this country. There's an opportunity where through policy, we can begin to get the fathers more involved. I know people are going to seek to abuse it, but I think it's a good thing. Even a month there to help mommy, because I have 3 children. And I remember in the early, I was fortunate for each one of them. I was in the hospital. Hello to you, my beautiful wife, Michelle. I'm missing you this morning.
Already?
Yeah.
I didn't just leave home.
Yeah, but when you at 28 years old married, I
saw her stay.
Oh, jeez, man, I'm missing her. You go, you feel across the bed and say, and you put your hand to say, oh, and yeah. But she's enjoying herself, and that's good. But I had the privilege of being there for the birth of my 3 children in the maternity. So I was the person who, the midwife delivers, and then I'm the person who was the first person to receive the child, and it's a great privilege. And and when you get that close up to that, it changes you. It gives you a greater appreciation for mommy first and what she has to go through. Because the first one was long, and we're wondering there were times that to be holding her and then encouraging her, and was wondering at some point in time I said, because in the delivery, the lady can lose her life,
She can, of course. I don't think men realize that this is a life and death situation, literally.
So that happened, and so you are appreciative. So we are strong. The bond is strong, myself and my children. So we can look at the economic, but even we always think economic, but I think one of the things we're losing out on, if you have strong family units, the economic gains that you get are greater. Because when you have strong family units, it has been proven, and somebody said it in this program, if you spend even one day together as family doing stuff, the tendency for your children to stray and to get into other things is lessened. They're at risk. It causes your children to become even more resilient to stand against the drug and the teenage delinquency and the drugs and the early pregnancy and so on. And father, to me, crucial.
Yes.
We negated that, Father is crucial. And even as David said when he was sharing on Tuesday, he said, he took a decision, it was intentional. He never have him father, but he was in up north enjoying himself. I'm saying, no, me now go make the things that happen to me, which caused me to become what I have. I'm coming back home. And his 5 children are grateful for it. Because he was saying his daughter called him when mom, she's married and she call her daddy. Yeah. So that is the importance of fathers. And I think a lot of countries in Europe have this in terms of paternity. We always think in economic, but no, man. That is why they are so strong in terms of the society and even other countries. So I think it's something that is on the table. Let it not become an election thing. That is my challenge in this country, Let us look at the principle. Let it not become an election thing.
I think you rightly said just know that it will be abused like any other system.
Yeah.
Because how do you really know that this person is expecting, and how do you set policies around ensuring that it's not abused? Earlier in the month, they introduced the paternity testing for the DNA. The DNA sampling to be mandatory at birth.
Who said that? In Jamaica now?
Yes, it has been mentioned.
I'm not so sure about it. Was somebody was asking. Someone was asking. I don't think so. I think it is. They ask you at birth if you can. When you register in the child, the father is named, which is good.
Yes, that is what is happening now. That is something that has been established. But there has been talk to
about
have right. So I mean, if they join both, I mean, it would work better, because if you are thinking as a company owner then that Mr. John is expecting and Mr. John
abuse the system,
right, wants to abuse the system, how do you know that? Listen, I have no opinion on the way, him just want to take a few days.
No, but in terms of how the law is set up, would be set up if you follow what the European thing is, that those things are clearly established before you can just say, oh yeah, go off. You understand? So there would be a process in law if it is enacted in terms of regulation to verify it. There's going to be abuse, but I think let us not go abuse first. Let us think first.
No, but we have to explore the
but me just I want to talk about the principle first. Is it a good principle?
It is. We have agreed to it.
It's a good principle. But let us now see if it is enacted, the good things first. Because the truth is, if you operate like what we call in mathematics the curve, most of our people are going to be in the.
I think, as you said, the principle behind it is not just to help mommy physically, or to just say, all right, if something is happening to the mother, that then I am there to pick up the mantle. But all pregnancies are different. So some women are strong afterwards. Some women cannot even help themselves afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
So when it comes on to that, I understand. But then, as you said rightly, the principle of having the father there to be part of the formative years and to help to grow this child, it is very much important.
And I encourage the fathers, please be there. I just want to acknowledge the presence of Miss Corrine, who is listening online and is here with us. But it is true, when you do what is right because it is the right thing to do. We're continuing to and you see in the paper this morning, custody battle warning, some are concerned as kids held without consent in parental tug of war. So oh boy, that is a story.
That whole different.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it's a juxtapose with this. You have paternity leave, then you see custody battle. No, really.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
a contrast.
Yeah, man. But as we are up to our 7 a.m. break, we are going to have Dr. Tamara Mackenzie speaking on monkeypox. When we return, this is the Morning Connection on Bess100 FM. We'll be right back.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. You're simply the best.
Bess FM 100.5 on your dial. Keep listening.
The Ministry of Labour and Social Security recently launched its Program of Advancement through Health and Education PATH Community Engagement Series CES in Montego Bay, St. James. The goal, to help improve access to the ministry's network of programs and services. Stay tuned for details. I'm Jeremy Lee Nelson. Scores of persons turned out for the recent launch of the CES, held at the St. John's Methodist Church in Montego Bay. There, they were sensitized about the various social security programs offered by the ministry and how they can benefit. The CES is designed to improve access to the network of social services provided by the ministry to the nation's poor and vulnerable. Chief Technical Director for Social Security in the ministry, Audrey Dare Williams, says CES sessions are aimed at increasing applications to PATH and other social assistance programs.
As the intervention has grown, it now provides not only information on our increasing range of programs, including a new social pension program, but we have also included our labor services, including the LMIS. This CES series proposes to target approximately 239 communities in all 14 parishes.
The ministry intends to roll out the program to marginalized rural communities across the island over a 6-month period, and will also use the initiative to garner valuable information to refine its service offerings, while also deepening linkages with its clients. This should result in more sustainable empowerment at the community level. Since its launch in 2002, PATH has become Jamaica's flagship social assistance program, currently providing cash grants to approximately 350,000 beneficiaries.
PATH serves as a safety net to prevent families from falling further into poverty in the event of something severe happening. We want to ensure that every family or individual that needs access to a social assistance program knows how to apply and what documents are required.
She reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to contributing to national development through the provision of efficient and effective social security services to the populations most vulnerable.
In this, our 20th year of celebration, yes, PATH is 20 years old. It is our objective to continue to the task of increasing educational attainment and improving health outcomes of the poor by breaking the intergenerational cycle of poverty. This means that we want to ensure that every generation has a better standard of living than the previous one.
Director of Public Assistance in the Labour and Social Security Ministry, Facey Adman, says through the CES, the ministry will also be promoting a number of grants that are available under its rehabilitation program.
The grants that comprises under this program is the Compassionate Grant, the Emergency Grant, Education and Social Intervention, and Rehabilitation. For the Compassionate Grant, this is available to persons who are in need of assistance, and they may have various needs, such as someone wanting to get some assistance to purchase like their medication. Of course, this is not only for medication, but if you have like minor repairs to be done to the home. And so we encourage you to visit your parish office, you fill out your application, you submit the invoice.
The emergency grant can be accessed by persons who have been negatively affected by man-made or natural disasters such as earthquakes, flooding, or fires. The Education and Social Intervention Grant is paid on a case-by-case basis to parents experiencing challenges sending children to school or supplying them with the necessary tools for learning. The Rehabilitation Grant primarily targets persons who want to open small businesses or are in need of funding to support an existing small business. In the meantime, 60-year-old Sharon Campbell of Rose Heights, who participated in the launch of the CES, says having fallen on hard times since the COVID-19 pandemic, she will be turning to the ministry to access assistance.
I didn't know how the program, the different programs they have, but when I heard, I was saying that maybe I could get a grant because I have a room that I want to fix up, so rent. So I come today and when I listen, I say, well, maybe I can get some assistant or the other.
And that's where we end this feature. I'm Jeremy Lee Nelson. For more information on PATH and any of the other services offered by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, call 876-922-8007 or visit the ministry's website at mlss.gov.jn.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Bess FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
The Morning Connection is not your usual talk show. We aim to stimulate discussion and chart new paths to self-empowerment. So please join us, Minett and Percy, on The Morning Connection, Mondays to Thursdays, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Bess100 FM.
Bess100 FM is the authentic voice of Jamaica, promoting your prosperity with better vibes and better music. Let us promote your goods and services for you. Advertise with us. For more information, call our office at 876-276-8935. That's 276-8935.
With all the best music from yesterday and today. All genre radio.
Reaching out to all original daddy, original father. Hey, what take a sperm donor? You wanna know soldier, how you feel be senior and not neglect your junior. Run when the pressure reach you, Jaja gonna beat you. That's why me have to pick up myself, cause me a real father. Never love me son and don't neglect me daughter. Take care of me responsibility. Never neglect my dignity. You pick up me man for me my real father. Never let me son and don't neglect him daughter. Take care of the responsibility. Never neglect them bikini. When you turn a daddy at the greatest joy. No matter if it is a girl or a boy. You have to take it serious and not die. You have to tough it up. I don't need a zero. Look man out the road we see I drive in a range. If them picnic get a plate of food that's strange. And I'll tell no lie. I feel like me I go dead anytime my daughter cry. That's why me have to pick up myself, cause me a real father. Never love me son and don't neglect me daughter. Take care of me responsibility. Never neglect my bikini. You pick up me man for me my real father. Never let me son and don't neglect him daughter. Take care of the responsibility. Never neglect them bikini. Me don't know where some man come from. God know me not understand how them live in a mansion and them picnic them live in a dumb plan. Mommy says she don't see.
Big up the father. Wow, what a song. Man say, him no know him what I do. If anything happened to him daughter, him would have dead. Those are the sentiments for us here on the Morning Connection. Big up the father. We have spoken so much ill and bad about the fathers, but the fathers are emerging in our nation.
Yes.
I'm going to hand over to Eden, who's going to introduce our guest, Dr. Mackenzie, who's going to speak to us this morning about smallpox. It's not smallpox, it's monkeypox.
Right.
Go ahead.
All right, so on line now we have Dr. Mackenzie. Hi, Dr. Mackenzie.
Hi, morning, Eden.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Morning, Doc.
Hi.
Percival Palmer here.
Oh, hi, morning.
So how you doing, Doc?
I am well, I'm blessed.
You're well and blessed, or you're highly flavored, as the chairman would say?
Without
that as well.
All that as well. Okay. Monkeypox is in the news. And we're just trying to bring some clarification. So Eden is gonna be leading this discussion this morning. Over to you, Eden.
All right. So before we get into what monkeypox is, its contagion, treatment, and what we're supposed to do, let us first go ahead and debunk some myths. Is it true, Dr. Mackenzie, that the monkeypox is only transmittable among persons who are part of the LGBTQ community?
Oh, that is not true at all.
Okay, thank you so much. Is it a precursor to HIV?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay, people have it to say that monkeypox is an STI. Is that true?
No. It is, however, spread by human to human close contact, which means that persons who are involved intimately can spread it one to another.
Noted, thank you. And a lot of persons are also saying that monkeypox is the next COVID-19. Is that true?
No.
Okay, thank you so much. So what really and truly is monkeypox, doctor?
Before you go there, Doc, one quick question. Why do you think monkeypox has come? It's been around for many years in Africa, but why do you think now we're seeing the emergence of monkeypox?
With the advent of travel, you will have things that are seemingly dormant in some countries, and they remain there. With the advent of travel, you can have spread, and there are no limitations. Years ago, people didn't travel as widely as they do now. So you will have transmission of illnesses from different ports.
Yeah, but why now? Because we've had monkeypox been a long time, but I'm saying why now? Is there, I think, any other reason why it has emerged to come back so strongly? Because it's been there. It's not that it became dormant. What do you think?
Barring travel, I can't see another reason why.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Go ahead,
Yes.
Eden.
So what really is monkeypox, doctor?
Well, it's a viral illness that is actually it's similar to smallpox, but it's just not as fatal. And it's been around for an extended period, since the 1950s, actually, I believe. But it has really been secluded or isolated to the Africas. There was some emergence in the 70s, and now, all of a sudden in May, we've had, a few pockets. But it was noted with migration from the Africas into Europe. And then, of course, there's continuous spread.
Yes, you...
Yeah,
yes.
No. Oh, sorry. What did you say, Eden?
Yes, you mentioned it being in the Africas for a period of time. There is also a myth that monkeypox only affects people of color. Is that true?
That is far from the truth.
Far from the truth. Thank you so much. How contagious is monkeypox, though? You mentioned earlier that through human contact or skin-to-skin contact. How contagious is monkeypox?
It is very contagious. Once it is you share the same space for an extended period, it can even be spread by bed linen from your pets. That's right. And if you are in contact with an animal that is infected, you can contract it and you can pass it on. The animal, they can scratch you and bite you, etc. Or even if it's a dog, a pet in the house. And, you tend to cuddle some small dogs. They cuddle them and kiss them and they lick each other, whatever. It can be transmitted as such.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. So what you're saying is, as the Ministry of Health has said, in terms of close contact, same protocols with COVID and so on. Okay, in terms of causing it to...
That is correct, because remember too that there is the aspect of passing it via respiratory secretion. So if you're within someone's personal space for an extended period, close contact, then spittle, etc., you can pass it on from one to another.
I was about to ask that. Is monkeypox passed through broken skin. You mentioned just now the secretions, bodily fluids. Broken skin is one way that people can actually contract monkeypox from each other?
Once the person is infected, yes.
Okay.
Because the skin lesions, they evolve.
Yes.
And if there's a point where there's ulceration, etc., and you touch them and the skin is broken, this is yours, then surely.
Okay. You mentioned the lesions. What are some other symptoms of monkeypox? The lesions, which are also called bumps, yes. But what are other symptoms that people can actually look and feel?
All right. This may be symptomatic as opposed to something that you can see. With good fortune, monkeypox is something, it's not like COVID that you can't really know the person has it.
Mm-hmm.
You will see the lesion. But a patient may complain of having fever, malaise, pain in the back, in the limbs, in the muscles, muscular aches and pain. Particularly, they complain about this excruciating headache and back pain.
Excruciating? We missed that? Excruciating?
Headache.
Okay.
Headache, back pain. The patient may have lymph nodes. They may have what we call a viral prodrome. Sometimes they have like slight respiratory symptoms initially. And the truth is, it's a little tricky because sometimes the rash appears first or after. So you can have the prodrome and they think it's really a flu, and then the lesions appear after.
All right. Is it something that we can treat? Because you say it's similar to smallpox. It's something that can be treated readily once you know you have it?
The treatment is symptomatic and it continues to be symptomatic because it's not something that we dump antivirals on either.
Mm-hmm.
The efficacy of those, it's yet to be established.
Okay. So, hold on. Let me see if I'm understanding what you've said. So, it's something that's been around from the 50s. It's in certain areas. They have dealt with it. And so over the last 50 years, you are saying they have not come up with anything that can deal with it if you have it. Yes.
Medication.
Yeah, in terms of medication. Nothing proven, nothing that works?
I mean, of course, you're going to hear that there are vaccines, especially for particular persons that who are at higher risk of contraction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't have it available here. They're available in the States, they're available in Europe, and some parts of Africa because where they noted it.
Okay.
But the treatment is by and large symptomatic. It runs its course. And remember, too, that they probably would not have been aggressively searching for a cure because it's really not fatal. It's not really a lethal illness.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting because I read somewhere where they were saying in terms of who was wondering if they're going to make it, what they call it, a pandemic or thing. So they're not doing that then because they say it is not as bad as some people want it to be. It's just that you run the symptoms and you treat it and you're good. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Right. It runs its course, essentially. The only thing is it's unsightly.
Okay. Or it's unsightly. Okay. All right.
Unsightly. And remember, too, that is a part of the reason why spread has not been that prevalent because really, if you see somebody walking up to you and the person have bumps all over, you don't know what it is.
You run from them.
That is correct. Going to stay away. And that, too, I imagine has contributed to the containment of spread.
Okay. Oh, that's good news. That's good news.
Okay.
That's very good news.
Run away from them, yes. All right, so doctor.
Somebody bumpy run.
Yes. How long after exposure to this virus do you start experiencing symptoms?
All right, anywhere from 5 to 21 days. The incubation period tends to be a little personal. So, 5 to 21 days.
Okay.
Usually about 6 days.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. That's, well, yeah.
That's like a 3 week, like a 1 week to a 3 week incubation period. That's what you're talking about.
And that's the thing. That's right. It can be. It depends. It is something that is personal. You may find somebody that within. Typically, it doesn't present as quickly as 3 days, even though some persons can. You can have the prodrome, but you may have the standard person after being exposed 2 weeks prior.
Okay.
Having sexual contact, right? Intimate contact with somebody that was infected.
Okay.
Then you find that the symptoms emerge.
Okay.
So if I if I am sure that I came into contact with someone with monkeypox, what do I do? Do I seek medical attention? Do I isolate? Do I drink some ginger tea as a Jamaican?
Or take some bush
What
thing.
do
Or,
I do?
Yes.
Eating ginger tea is always good. However, if you are certain you have been in contact with somebody, the recommendation is isolation.
Yes.
Okay.
Because again, I think it's understudied. In my humble estimation, I believe it's still understudied, and perhaps because it hasn't hit the first world continent in full force. Right. You have to bear that in mind too. And illnesses can evolve.
Okay.
So if you know, for example, that you've been in contact, please isolate at home. And if you have symptoms, then seek medical attention. But use the call-in way first. Limit public transportation, please, because that exposes others to you. Wear your mask, wash your hands, sanitize regularly. So it is really in line in terms of prevention. It's in keeping with the measures that we kept for COVID-19.
Okay.
Right.
They would be similar. 6 feet is good.
All right, so you're encouraging us to social distance, wear masks, sanitize, and ensure that you are limiting human contact or even with your animals, because of course you can get it from them. Please note that you're cuddling, and even if you feel like your animal is very clean and whatever, and they were laying in a spot and you go and lay there, you can in fact contract the monkeypox. Thank you so much, Dr. Mackenzie, for being with us and shedding light on the monkeypox and debunking some myths. We really, really appreciate it. And I'm sure that 1, 2, 3, a lot of our listeners have been edified this morning. Thank you again.
Dr.
You are more than welcome.
Thank you very much for joining us on the Morning Connection. Looking forward to linking with you on some other matters of health and medical things. So thank you very much. And keep listening to Bess100 FM, the Morning Connection. Percival Palmer, your host, and Eden, we thank you for joining us this morning.
Yes.
Good.
All right, have a good day, Dr. Mackenzie.
You too. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Where's my engineer? But as we come up to the 7:30 break, you've heard it. She's indicated to me, just to summarize, the things that have worked with COVID for us will still work. Good sanitary hygiene. And the interesting thing that she says, and we find it funny, if you see somebody with the spots, because the lesions, you run, you see you run, but we don't want to create that kind of scare, in regards to it, and so on. But another thing of note, I thought it was a bit premature. I read somewhere where WHO was thinking with what has emerged with monkeypox to do the same measures like what has happened with COVID in terms of lockdown and so. No, it is not in any pandemic stage in terms of proliferation. It is still only in pockets. When you look at it, it's in Europe, in the States, but when you pick it up, you can deal with it effectively. So there's no need for alarm, just for us to be very careful in terms of how we deal with things and how we say things. As we are going up to 7:30, let's continue to examine what is happening in the media. I really love that song that the engineer found for me in terms of bigging up
yourself,
bigging up
you're real
Father. So
yes.
is every person who's out there, remember, I introduced this concept of somebody being a sperm donor. Them say, what are you talking about, Pastor? I said, but that is what some men see themselves as, and we need to keep changing the narrative, keep becoming even more responsible in terms of the things that we do. Another big event that happens this weekend, we continue to congratulate our reggae girls on qualifying for the World Cup for a second time. Big up to them, overcoming adversity and doing well. But they go to qualify if they meet Canada. They're going to be playing Canada in one of the semifinals. So it's Jamaica and US from this zone. And I think it is Canada. I don't know who qualified second. It was Costa Rica or Trinidad. But they are now playing to qualify for the Olympic Games that comes up in 2024 in terms of what is happening. So if they beat Canada, it's even one more feather in their cap, because in terms of the rankings, you have the USA, Canada, I think it was Mexico, then Jamaica. So if we beat Canada, we're moving on up in terms of what is happening. The World Championship begins today, this morning actually, at 11 o'clock, and all eyes of Jamaicans are going to be on...
Today?
Oregon. Yes, in Oregon. Today is the 14th. Yes, it is the 14th. So in one of the papers, they have been highlighting what is going to be happening in regards to the championship, and everybody saying, we're taking out the broom because we're going to sweep the 100 meters. I tell them, hold your horse. It's hold your horse.
No, I'm not. No, it's a clean sweep.
You are saying it is a clean sweep.
Brand new broom. Not even brand new broom. The broom that we're using, it know every crevice and corner, and it's a clean sweep.
You're talking about the women's 100 meters.
Yes.
So who you think will win?
I won't say, but I'm very confident in our queens that they will do
the queen. You're confident in the queens.
Yes.
The queens doing a queen sweep.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Royalty.
You're turning very poetic on me this morning, Eden. But there is the women's 100 meter. And Herbert Lawrence, who is I know Hubert Lawrence. He's one of our foremost track and field commentators. He knows his sports very well. He says we could well be the centerpiece of Jamaicans' campaign at the World Athletics Championship. Oh, it's tomorrow. It starts July 15th in United City of Eugene. Lane Thompson-Hera, Chilean Fraser-Price, Cherka Jackson will seek to repeat their 1-2-3 finish from last year's Tokyo Olympics in the 100 meters final on Sunday. So it starts tomorrow with qualification, and then the final is on Sunday. And I know all Jamaicans are going to be locked to their radios, locked to their television sets, and saying, let's do this. But we have some other people. Hansel Parchment is there. He's the Olympic champion. He's looking very good. The throwers, we have come a long way. The women's 100-meter hurdle, the men. Have we seen the rebirth of Ewan Blake? He's the fastest Jamaican after Usain Bolt ever. And he's just come back into form. When he was running fast 12 years ago, I don't know what 10 looks like. So 10 years ago.
Wow.
And he's come back.
That's a long time, you know.
Yeah, but he's
coming back.
He's coming back. So it's going to be...
Looking forward to it. I mean, as Jamaicans, we have a very, what they call it? The current syndrome, that if it's not happening now, we don't remember about it. I remember the last time he was competing and he wasn't performing up to par, and people start bash and go on. This was the same person who was giving us medals a few years ago, and we scream on top of our lungs and knock back cover about, you know.
And
we totally forget, say he was making us proud, and the moments that he wasn't doing what we think was the best for him, then we start for bash. We should really and truly, this is from being part of that culture.
Yeah, we need to change that in our culture. We so quickly forget what people have done in the past. And we cuss them as soon as them do what we want them to do.
Yeah.
We cuss them. You think that is what we do with our politicians too, just to introduce that. But I think there is a strong belief in our country that our politicians can do much better for us as a people. I think that's a conclusion that people have come to. What do you think?
I mean, we are very selective in who we cuss, you know, because when politicians do the things, you have people who are going to defend them to their last and be like, 10 years ago, him did give me this, and him did protect my family from this, and him do this, and him do that. But no, what are we doing now when they're not performing up to par? A lot of people, I'm not going to say everybody is in agreement with their behavior, but there are people who are still defending and be like, oh, but this, that, they're living in the past, and them stuck in the good that the person did 10 years ago, not realizing that they're harming their livelihoods now. So, I mean, as I said earlier, it's very selective because politicians get away with a lot of things in this country.
Is it because we don't hold them accountable?
Yes.
We think that we just give them a free rein. So that's why the system has to change. And we continue have advocated for a change in terms of the constitutional arrangements that we can impeach people. Because if you know that if you step out of line, you're going to get a swat, or you're going to get slapped, or if you're going to be punished, you will think before you do something second.
And as we speak about accountability, right? Mr. Holness is urging public sector workers not to use low salaries as an excuse to offer poor customer service to the public. Also, he says there needs to be an honest discussion around productivity amongst government workers. And that is a very interesting stance, you know.
I agree with him. I'm saying my thing is, and this comes from my worldview, whatever you are doing, you do it to the best of your might. You do it well, you do it excellently. That is what we're speaking about. But we're not taking away from the fact that people need to be paid better. I'm in agreement with that, but
thank you. But it's the most important thing, you know. You think I'm going to work to smile in people's faces just because? No, I need to be paid. I have bills. I have a family. So there's the narrative that the stance that he's taking at this point is telling me as an ordinary Jamaican that if I get little bit of money, please don't go on like say. If me get little bit of money, highly likely it will turn into frustration. And people are thinking like this. I'm at work. I have to put up with all of this disrespect for little bit of money. It not make sense. So you have to now look at all the parameters of the situation and don't put it out as if you are just saying, no, but I go on some man.
No,
don't butter me up.
No, I don't think it's buttering up, but can I speak to how you see things? Because the truth is, some jobs you do, you don't feel you ever get enough pay for it. So what you do?
We're not talking about enough pay.
No, man. We're talking about enough pay because some people said them.
No, but what is enough? Enough is very relative, though, Pastor.
I agree with you, but I'm saying I think you're approaching it the wrong way. In terms of say, because if you have a passion for something, you're gonna do it. And I could relate personal things. You do it to the best of your ability. Because whatever you do it saying, God, who is the person I'm working for, the audience of one, will work it out. I know that's a new concept.
No, Pastor, no. But before you get there, wait. Pastor Palmer, before you
hold
get
on,
there.
Man, you made your point. I am just simply saying to you as we come up. And we've passed the break this morning, so we're going to have this discussion afterward, because when we come back from the break, we're going to be talking to Derek Cottrell, the Chief Executive Officer of the Dermond Group of Company. He came early when we started, and he's going to be giving us a view on what is happening in the economy, what's happening in the world economy, and how the lessons we can take here in Jamaica and what we can do. All right, so stay tuned as we come back from the break. We'll have Derek Cottrell, CEO of Dermond Trading Online, to speak to us about what's happening in our economy, inflation, and so on.
Yes, indeed, it's redemption time with Apostle Clive Campbell, presenting a life-changing, life-challenging message to encourage, inspire, and motivate you towards your destiny. Every Tuesday night from 9:30 p.m. until 12:30 a.m. and on Saturday from 9 o'clock until 10, right here on Bess100 FM. It's redemption time.
I'm standing firm.
Best of FM 100.1, 100.3, 100.5, 7 and 9. Hey, yeah.
Easy. Let not your hearts be troubled. Just believe in God Almighty and daily renew the mind. As we live in this time when fake is more valued than real, lies prefer to truth, the unnatural put above the natural. This is Lady Donna, aka Double D Don, with a new song, Almighty Jah, encouraging your people to keep the faith. God will make a way. Get your copy today. It's on all digital platforms. Lady Donna Official on Instagram, Facebook, AsujaRecords.com. For bookings, Asuja Record Label at Gmail. Almighty Jah!
You good? You can get better. Spread the word. Straight Up gets better on Bess FM. Straight Up Jerry Small, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays on Bess100 FM. 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. I'm your host, Robin Jerry Small. The numbers are 279-8473, 279-8473, and 619-1508. 619-1508. Also streaming live on the internet. Bess FM, Straight Up, Robin Jerry Small.
If you're to feel it, you've got to be clean. You got to make it straight. You can't be lean. Share the joys togetherness can bring. To the true soul, you just have to cling, and then you will feel it, feel it, feel. You'll feel the soul inside of you.
The station that rules the nation from state to state, country to country.
Bess FM.
We play the hits just for you.
This is your beloved Pastor Percy from the Morning Connection. Support our commitment to Jamaica by joining us on Wednesday mornings at 7:30 when we pray for the nation. Show us you care. Advertise with us. For more information, call our offices at 876-276-8935.
The station that makes you feel good.
I love the station. I think it's great.
My station. Moving.
It's my station.
Moving. Keep it right here. Keep it right here.
Bess FM. Keep listening.
Good morning, welcome. We now have online Mr. Derek Cottrell, who is CEO, Chairman of the Derman Group of Companies. Good morning to you, Derek. Welcome back to Jamaica.
Good morning, Pastor Percy. How are you?
I am good, I was saying to somebody, I can't keep up with my friend. I don't know if he's here or there, but I think it's part of your business. All right, can you tell us the different companies that are a part of the Derman Group now? Because I know you have done some recent acquisitions.
Okay, and I'll have to share that with you.
Mm-hmm.
We have Derman Traded Distribution,
Mm-hmm.
Which is a distribution company that distributes fast-moving consumer goods throughout Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And there's our retail division, which is Sampar's Cash and Carry, which is a household name here in Jamaica, along with Civic Grocers.
Mm-hmm.
We have one store so far. We opened up a second store in Maypen. It should be open soon. We're very excited about.
Or they say soon, in the next 3 months, 2 months, 1 month?
We'll open in the next 2 months.
Okay, so you know that we have to do we'll just pay for a public broadcast from there, because where is it? In Maypen, Central Jamaica, where is it?
Yes, it's right at the roundabout in Maypen, Millennium Mall.
Okay.
The mall that Sagicor has built, so we're going to be the supermarket and anchor store in that location.
Okay.
It's going to be a fantastic store,
Mm-hmm.
with lots of features that are not present in the supermarket now.
So you're bringing first world to Central Jamaica.
Yes.
We have a lot
Yes,
of
bring it
listeners in
first world.
Clarendon, so they can look forward to that. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then we are involved with a few manufactured entities. We have Woodcat,
Mm-hmm.
which is a woodwork company. They make pallets, but they also do mulch and crates and some amount of flowers, baskets, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Woodcat. Then we are the majority shareholders also of CFF, Caribbean Flavor and Fragrances.
Mm-hmm.
And as the name suggests, our company produces flavors that are in a lot of great Jamaican products, and not just Jamaican products, but international products too. and also fragrances, which will cover from personal care products to your household products,
right?
Cleaning agents, etc. Recently, we acquired two other companies, Spicy Hill, which has a flagship product, a ram goat soup for the curry goat booster.
Okay.
And we are going to be extending the product range and the product line. And it's not as available as it should be. But we have started the production, and production is ramping up as we go along.
That's Spicy Hill.
So,
Okay.
Spicy Hill, right? And our last acquisition has been Arosa. Arosa is a food service company and also a meat processing company, mainly processed pork, but also does other beefs like chicken and beef also. So we produce from bacon to franks and salami and a whole range of processed beef. So that
sounds like a lot of
our overseas acquisition that we did at the beginning of last year, which is Food Saver. Two companies over there. One is a wholesale and one is a supermarket, and that those businesses are doing very, very well. So that in a sense is what their trend is.
Derek, you seem to be very bullish on Jamaica in terms of the future. You seem to be confident, but all around us, just bringing home inflation like going through the roof. Jamaicans are feeling it in their pockets and so on. Why are you so bullish on Jamaica?
Well, I'm bullish on life, period, to be frank with you. But yes, I'm bullish on Jamaica. And let me just say this. Sometimes when we look around us, we can always look and we'll see the challenges, but oftentimes we don't look enough to see the opportunities. There are always opportunities around. The present economic situation is not a Jamaican situation. It's an international situation in terms of inflation. And we know the effects of COVID-19 and now primarily the war in Ukraine, along with several other smaller factors. But those are the two major factors that has caused inflation to have gone up. Different governments are using different strategies to try to rein in inflation, and it will affect demand. It will affect our current situation economically. For those people who are on fixed income, it's particularly tough and hard and with the majority of people, not just Jamaicans. But this is not a new phenomenon. The world has seen this before. There are prescriptions to go through it. Once we go through it, it's going to be difficult. But we will see the end of this. I can't tell you when exactly. As particularly the war in Ukraine, we're going to predict when that's going to end. But the world has seen a lot of these challenges and we have gone through them. So if we focus on the negative and on the challenges, we will be paralyzed and we won't, do all the stuff that we can do, and we won't see the opportunities that are sometimes staring us right in the face. So I think it's more an attitude as opposed to focusing so much on what's happening around you immediately. Not that you can ignore it. You shouldn't, but it can't be your full focus.
So you are suggesting to us as Jamaicans, to the ordinary Jamaican, because those are the people that we are speaking to. You are saying shift focus, shift narrative. It is a narrative, my brother, of fear. You are saying shift to a narrative of faith and believe in the things that are possible. That's what you're telling us to do.
Exactly. I couldn't put it any better than you did. Yes. There's always opportunity. There's always a positive side. Let's focus on the positive. Let's plan for the negative and put mitigating factors to ensure that your business will survive. But I firmly believe there's always something that you can do. And if you particularly for those of us who are walking with Christ, He always makes a way. But sometimes if you don't open your eyes, you won't see it. If you focus on what the problem, the problem and after the solution, you won't necessarily see the way. So, even for the other workers, I've been saying this, I'm in the food business, but I've always encouraged people to have a little backyard garden. If that backyard garden can give you 2 or 3 or even 4 meals per week, you'd be surprised to see what you can save, right? It requires some work, it requires some doing, it requires some knowledge, it requires some action. But if you do it, it will pay off. I don't have to be a lot of stuff. No matter even if people are planted in flower spots now. There's always stuff we can do. There's always an alternative. There's always stuff we can do.
Okay. The Jamaica Manufacturing Association has pointed out that the policies that the government is pursuing, along with the BOJ, is leading into recession. What do you think? They ball out, would I say, about a month ago. What do you think? In terms of you spoke previously about prescriptions that people can use in circumstances. Are we like the US? The latest figures came out in terms of their inflation was at 9.something% and thing. Do you think that our government is doing enough in terms of what can be done? What are your thoughts? What do you think?
I'll preface my comments by saying that first I'm not an economist, and I have a lot of respect for the economists and how they look at the macro environment.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a businessman.
Yeah, that's what the perspective I want. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. When it comes to interest rates, no business, whether manufacturing or service related or any other business, wants to be in an environment where there is high interest rates. High interest rates means higher cost, and higher cost means you either have to pass it on to the consumer or the business to absorb it if it can.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a situation where the money wants. Restricted and constricted demand is also not a situation that any businessman would want. The increase in interest rates also has caused our dollar to destabilize. In a way, I don't think we necessarily need a further devaluation to make our imports any more attractive. Prices are just generally high over the world. And to be frank with you, our exports are so small and we're such a small economy. I think we really need to focus more on our quality than our price in terms of how we price our exports, whether it is in the form of real products or in the form of tourism. In terms of income earning, I think we have to look more at the quality and as to, vis-a-vis having low prices. That said, we as business people would prefer not to have these spikes in interest rates because it causes our margins to go up. That's something that's affected our business as we speak. We are trying to see how best we can do in increasing exports and finding other cost-saving mechanisms to help us. But I could not disagree with the Manufacturing Association that the government has to look at our unique circumstances and ensure that we are not causing undue harm on our economy and on the business in Jamaica. Because one of the things that has caused our economy to have grown over the past 2 years is the reduction in interest rates, and that facilitates growth.
Yes.
And although there's a general shrinking of the world economy slightly, there are some countries that are up and some countries that are down. We want to know that those countries that are up. And increasing interest rates is not one of those mechanisms that will cause our economy to grow.
Okay. So you pointed to the fact that I was looking at the last week that our imports have just gone up and the exports have gone down. So you are saying if we are going to really fix and take a long-term perspective, we need to focus on what in terms of coming out of this crisis better? Because we're in a crisis.
Yes, No question about that. Truth is, from the day I was born, I Jamaican with accent. So I keep reminding people that we're accustomed to crisis. Sometimes I've been better than others, but as a country, we're accustomed to being in a crisis. I think long term we have to focus on two things, and they're very well related. We have to export more. We have to earn more from abroad. It is possible, even in small countries, it's possible for us to be net earners of foreign exchange, meaning that we eventually export more than we import. This is possible. We have to begin to focus on that. There are some particular products that we can grow and service the international market better. There are some advantages, short-term advantages that we have now. That shipping rates are so high out of Southeast Asia and the Far East. And so we can see what we can do in the real sector, or we can take advantage of those. But a small economy like this, services are very, very important. We have a significant BPO sector that's growing, but I think we need to go a little higher up on the value chain for the BPO sector. We need to be getting higher paid jobs, and the higher paid jobs will indeed higher earning for our people. That will improve the standard of living for our people. That will improve our economy. Naturally, our GDP will go up. We need to bite a little higher up on in terms of the hotels. We shouldn't be down at the bottom here. We have a premium product in Jamaica as an island, and we need to begin to take a little bit more of that premium middle market and not with so much focus on the lower end of the market. And if we do these things over a period of time, you'll see our economy grow, you'll see our people earning more money. And let me give you an example. You see, I've been giving this matter a bit of thought, to be frank with you. We have to have a vision for what we want our people, the people of Jamaica, to be like.
Say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
We need to have a vision of what the ordinary Jamaican should be.
What the ordinary Jamaican, not the big man, not the mega man, but the ordinary,
everyday Jamaican man.
Yeah.
Right? The ordinary Jamaican man, the ordinary Jamaican youth who will go to any high school, not the elite high schools in Jamaica, just the ordinary high school that used to be junior secondary school. We have to have a vision of what that person
must be, the product.
Must be. Right. And if we begin to vision that and to make sure that the opportunities that individual gets will take him up to a very minimum level, that he will have a decent 2 or 3 bedroom house, that he'll be able to afford a car, that he'll be able to take care of himself and his family, that we put his minimum income at say $15, $20 an hour. I deliberately pick those numbers, but I won't get into that now. But if that's a vision that we have of our people, then we will change the way we organize our culture, and organize our business, and organize our education system, and organize ourselves. Because once we have that vision, and then we start to put the things in place to achieve this kind of vision, we won't be talking about things like low-income housing and poor people. And this country has too much talent, too much abilities. Our people are too bright for us to be talking about low-income housing and poor people. Those are not words that should be associated with Jamaica. The vision we have of Jamaica, the vision I have of Jamaica, is that we need to eliminate this within the next 5 to 10 years.
5 to 10 years?
Yeah, between
5 to 10 years?
10 years we should be able to eliminate that kind of talk. Low-income houses, I can't tell you I hate that term, low-income houses. We need to have proper housing for our people, so that they can ensure that they can live a minimum lifestyle. And that's why I get back to the vision that we should have of our people. Because if we begin to think of our people at a particular level, and we think of ourselves as princes and princesses and that the old dirty boy and the careless girl. If we begin to have a vision of our people like that, then we'll begin to organize our country in a way to make sure that the little ordinary child that has been born in Cornwall Regional or Jubilee or any of the public hospitals in Jamaica turn out to have that kind of life in the next 20 years. If we begin to organize a little young man who goes to an ordinary primary school, if he can see that kind of vision for his life, then Jamaica problems economically are basically solved.
Okay.
Our crime problem will be solved also.
Yeah,
because if you check what the issue is at the root, there's a sense of hopelessness among all the youth, and everybody wants to be somebody, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be somebody, and sometimes the only way they see them beat somebody is to go down this wrong road.
Okay. Let me ask you a question, Derek. Yeah. So you have touched on some hot button. You've spoken about leadership in terms of the politics of the country. You've spoken about crime and violence. You have hit at justice. And all of that is tied up in the vision. Do you think that our present leaders that are there across all sectors have that vision for the ordinary Jamaican?
Well, I can't say what's in their mind, but I can say what is evident.
Yes.
Based on the evidence I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the vision that is convergent with the view that I have of the vision of Jamaica.
Are you saying it is possible?
I'm not saying that evident, but I can't say what's in people's mind.
Mm-hmm.
I think it needs to be very clear and articulated, and once every Jamaican should know what the vision is of the other Jamaican, and how we're going to work towards it. Very simple.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are 2 or 3 liners, half-page document that everybody can begin to see. Okay, so if I go to school and I study these things, whether it's electronics or music or finance or something, this is the path I'm going to take, and it's the minimum lifestyle I will see. If the ordinary Jamaicans begin to see that kind of vision, we have a completely different country.
Okay.
A completely different country.
Okay, so it begins with changes.
Start with the vision,
yeah,
and then the rest will build out, you know. They come to the plans and all of that after that.
So even the Constitution, we have to look back at that, or it's set up. What do you think?
Well, I can't say I've studied the Constitution,
yeah,
but I'm sure there will be aspects of it that we have to change.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because part of the thing with our Constitution is that we first pay creditors and then anything else come after that. So even that in terms of that organization. So you're saying, are we coming up to 8 o'clock? Thank you for being with us. In summary, you are saying what to us as Jamaicans? What are you saying? You are speaking as a businessman who has built out a company that is continuing to expand, that is here and overseas. What are you saying in conclusion?
Well, I'm saying is there's no doom or gloom in my eyes. There are challenges, no question. I face them every day.
Yeah.
You know. But I'll urge my fellow Jamaicans to look at the opportunities, look at the positives. If you are not in a business and you are working, so you can improve yourself, improve your skills. There, you know, despite all the challenges that we do have a reasonable education system. Could be a lot better. Don't get me wrong, could be a lot better. But it's not doom and gloom. You know, if you're not particularly skilled in certain areas, there is several universities. I mean, there's so many more universities than when I was in school. We can look to improve ourselves. For the business sector and the general leaders of the country, politically and otherwise, we need to begin to have a convergence of a vision of our Jamaican people, and you know, begin to articulate that and put that in plan so that we can fix whatever the challenges Jamaica have are very fixable, and fixable in a short time. Once we begin to organize ourselves as a people, as an economy, as a country, there's no question that there's greatness above us. We see it all the time. We're going to see a lot of it over the next 2 weeks in Eugene, Oregon. That's just a sample of what Jamaica can do. We saw a sample the other night where we do it in our home football league, but we're going to the World Cup for the second time with the ladies. There are so many examples of Jamaican greatness and outstanding achievements. that there's enough to inspire the other Jamaican, but we need to fix and organize our country in a way that the other Jamaicans can be living at a minimum standard that is way, 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 way above poverty. We need to be starting to look at countries like Singapore and even Malaysia, who have managed to bring near the bottom tier of their people, that the ordinary Malaysia and the ordinary Singapore natives are living a standard of living that would be, we'd be proud of at this side of the world. We're here in Jamaica. And so there's enough examples out there that we can follow. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We are just responsible for 3 million people. It's not a lot of people. We just need to start off with a vision for the people and then a vision for the country and begin to work through that quickly and put the resources where we need to get the results that we want.
All right, sir. Well, that is it from our special guest this morning, who spoke about economy, but then went into the whole aspect of vision, because we've been looking at leadership and how it is lacking, and we need to shift because we're talking about the ordinary Jamaican. And so we'll continue to be in touch. Remember that Outside Broadcasting Me will be there and some other things we're talking about. Thank you very much, Mr. Derek Cottrell, CEO of the Durham Group of Companies that seems to be expanding and growing, but it's a Jamaican-born company. Thank you very much. As we come up to our 8 o'clock break, we'll have the BBC News, and then we'll open the lines for your comment in terms of what is happening here. This is our Thursday, is our Friday, and we look to see Minett back in the saddle with us next week. Thank you very much for joining us on the Morning Connection.
You're listening to Bess FM, the people's best.
BBC News. Hello, this is Jerry Smith. President Biden and the Israeli Prime Minister Yair Lapid have signed a joint statement pledging to deny Iran nuclear weapons. Speaking to journalists within the past half hour, Mr. Lapid said force was needed to protect freedom against those who don't play by the rules. He said only a credible military threat would deter Iran from seeking nuclear arms.
Words will not stop them, Mr. President. Diplomacy will not stop them. The only thing that will stop Iran is knowing that if they continue to develop their nuclear program, the free world will use force. The only way to stop them is to put a credible military threat on the table.
President Biden said he continued to believe that diplomacy was the best way to achieve this outcome. Iran says its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes. Anti-government protesters in Sri Lanka have begun leaving some of the official buildings they occupied, despite the failure of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa to resign on Wednesday as promised. The president, who fled Sri Lanka earlier this week, has arrived in Singapore from the Maldives. Rajini Vaidyanathan reports from Colombo.
Demonstrators say they'll continue peaceful protests in the face of the country's dire economic crisis. The protesters have left the presidential residence and the security forces have now moved in. In an exclusive interview, the governor of Sri Lanka's central bank, Nandala Veerasinghe, told me that the country only had fuel left for the next few weeks, and beyond that, the future was uncertain. He said he needed a prime minister, a president, and a cabinet who could make decisions which would stop people suffering.
Ukrainian officials say Russian missiles have struck the central city of Vinnytsia, killing at least 20 people. Joe Inwood reports.
Huge plumes of black smoke can be seen rising into the Vinnytsia sky, the result, it's said, of 3 Russian missiles. They are thought to have hit a commercial building in the centre. Photos posted on social media show passers-by carrying victims from the devastation. At least 1 child is known to have died. Vinnytsia is to the southwest of the capital, Kyiv, miles from any front lines. It is a city many fled to at the start of the invasion, seeking safety. This attack shows nowhere in Ukraine is really safe.
A former Iranian official has been given a life sentence for participating in the murder of prisoners in the 1980s. Hamid Nouri was charged in Sweden, where he was arrested 3 years ago, and where the law allows people to be prosecuted for international crimes committed abroad. World news from the BBC. More than 30 people are now known to have been killed in fighting over the last week in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The UN says intense clashes between the Congolese army and several rebel groups has spread to the Beni area in North Kivu province. Hundreds of thousands of residents have fled their homes across the region since the beginning of this year. The Prime Minister of the Solomon Islands has said he would never allow China to establish a military base in his country. Manasseh Sogavare said it would immediately turn his nation into a target for possible attack. Earlier this year, the Solomon Islands signed a security pact with Beijing, raising the possibility of a future Chinese naval facility in the country. In Beijing, a Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman, Wang Wenbin, said China's only interest was to improve regional relations.
China welcomes relevant efforts to enhance communication and cooperation with Pacific Island countries so that they can have greater capacity for self-development. I would like to reiterate that the South Pacific should be a platform for cooperation rather than a battleground for malicious competition.
The frontrunner in the race to succeed Boris Johnson as British Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, has insisted that he has the experience to deal in an honest way with challenging times ahead. He told the BBC he wanted to lower taxes like the other main candidates, but would do so responsibly. The Foreign Minister, Liz Truss, has officially opened her campaign with a speech also promising tax cuts. Portugal is experiencing what officials say could be its worst day for wildfire conditions as temperatures climb above 40 Celsius. Firefighters have been battling dozens of blazes across the country. The Prime Minister, Antonio Costa, has warned that many firefighters are already nearing exhaustion. BBC News.
People, are you listening? If you choose to remain at home after an evacuation order has been issued, you do so at your own risk. Get out! Get out! Heed the warning!
The Morning Connection is not your usual talk show. We aim to stimulate discussion and chart new paths to self-empowerment. So please join us, Minett and Percy, on The Morning Connection, Mondays to Thursdays, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Bess100 FM.
Best FM, disciplines by me. Best FM, Best FM.
Are you stressed? Are you faced with trauma? Well, this is the program for you. Join Royton McLaren for Youth Resilience and Empowerment every Monday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. on Best 100.5 FM.
Bess 100 FM is the authentic voice of Jamaica, promoting your prosperity with better vibes and better music. Let us promote your goods and services for you. Advertise with us. For more information, call our office at 876-276-8935. That's 276-8935.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Good morning, welcome back. Well, we've had two very interesting conversations this morning with Dr. Mackenzie, who spoke about smallpox and dealing with some of what is out there. And then for the last half hour, we spoke to Derek Cottrell from the Derman Group of Companies and what he said to us. You never heard Eden, Jody's voice. That's her other name, Eden voice. And she looked at me and said, Miss Eden. What do you think about what Mr. Cottrell was saying, even as we open our lines to our viewers? Our chat line has become very, very active in terms of what was said, but what are your impressions on it, Jody? You're a young person in Jamaica. Are you hopeful for Jamaica? Based on what the gentleman said, you just think, say, boy.
I try to be. And that's my very honest and humble opinion. I try to be very hopeful of Jamaica. However, with a lot of things that happen on a daily basis, it really and truly diminishes my hope daily. And I still try to have it. But with what Mr. Cottrell was saying, just know we have to start with a vision for the people. And with that, we have been saying it on this show. So it's very interesting that he said that. A vision for the people is actually where we start. Who are the persons benefiting from the decisions you're making as a lawmaker, as a policy maker, and as people who are doing business that will affect generations to come? What is the vision?
And he kind of said it simply in terms of, he said it so simply. Good morning. We have 2 callers on the line. Welcome, caller. How are you?
Good morning, King.
Good morning. How are you, Miss Love?
Good morning, beautiful lady.
Good morning.
You know, I really enjoyed today's program. With the doctor who really explained things so that we can understand better.
Yes.
And with this gentleman with his vision. I didn't know I have somebody else in Jamaica like me.
Yeah, man, there are still the 7,000, Miss Love.
I'm telling not only the vision that I have for my people, you know, it's something that basically this man was bringing out. Because the first thing I have to say to Jamaica on a whole, there is no ordinary people. All of us are equal in the sight of God. And this is something I would like everybody to know. So we can accomplish as we go. And with this man's vision of Jamaica, I share the same thing, that our Jamaica can come back to being number 1 in the world. We are number 1 many times with the race, the athletics people.
It's true.
Boxer, all of these things have been out there as number 1. The only thing that is not out there is the position of each person in this country, from the baby upward. Right? And if all of us have the same vision, and we continue stressing the need for us to be united for the goal of living together, because the problem that we have is that we are not living together. And I don't mean all of us bundling one up. I mean, Jamaica has enough land and those that people could live together in a very calm way. And this is what I grew up with. My grandfather, I will never stop talking about him. He was out there giving people things every day out of the little he has. And let me tell you, he smoked money before he died.
Okay.
He went senile, and people carry money and give it, and he go in the pit toilet and he make his cigar and smoke it.
Wow.
Wow.
Miss Love, what do you think about the paternity situation that we're having now, about paternity leave and all of that? What's your thought on it?
Paternity leave.
You think the man must get leave?
So some other people can understand it.
Paternity leave is that when the lady having baby, the man get leave also to go support her.
Yeah.
Like you have maternity leave.
Because my children, as a matter of fact, my husband is born blind.
Okay.
And I had to go overseas to study as a rehab specialist in this country.
Okay.
And when I was about to go, my son was about 2.5 months. And my husband stayed home for me to finish the course and looked after that little boy.
Okay. And he was blind. Whoa.
And every move that little boy make, he could explain to me what is happening.
Oh, interesting. Wow. That's a special thing. So.
And that's a man who is born blind.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
He did so wonderful with this child. I came in and baby was grumbling when I came through the door from my study, and when I came in, the little boy was grumbling inside, and he said, I have to go. So I said, what you going for? He needs cloth.
Okay.
He take his nappy and hold it and rub his gum with it, that little boy.
Okay.
So I can tell you that it's something that is necessary.
Yeah. So you're in support of it.
We can afford it, because affordability is what is necessary as well. For him to go and take care of it is good.
No, but let me say
In
something.
the night, you fast asleep because you're tired and your husband is out there looking after the child.
Okay, or your
This is what
spouse.
is necessary. So he will know grown up with the child.
Okay, important.
You know.
So you're for it
Right.
then? You're for it?
I'm for it, yes.
Okay, so
Thank you.
And you said something, it might the cost, but I'm saying first let us think in terms of the principle. Then we figure out what happens in terms of the cost. Because if you begin to think about cost, a lot of things will not do it, but the principle is right, so we can move forward on that. Thank you, Miss Love. Wow.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Stay nice and sweet to all my people in Jamaica. Just start speaking love in each other from the baby upward. I love you all.
Bless
All
you.
right. Have a good day.
Morning caller, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
Wayne. How
morning.
are you?
Laughing.
You're laughing. Why you laughing?
The Prime Minister's speech now, we matter about the people them and them for always give them best and do them best job.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
No matter how small their pay is.
Mm-hmm.
Them people have to resign, you know. That alone me have to say to them, you know. All of them to resign.
Which
Because
people,
the
Wayne?
point is,
Wayne, which people?
Who must resign? Who must resign? The Prime Minister or the people in the
The
public?
whole Parliament.
Okay, okay. You're calling
And the
from...
Prime Minister goes straight through.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not sure something now. The speech is good enough. I believe me to do my best, no matter what circumstances.
True.
Right.
I know me to do my best. Because I can't fall to their levels, the evil levels. Right? So I'm supposed to do my best. And the point is, if me can do better, me ever do better, I'm going to come work for you, for your little pay, if me could do better.
True.
And work for a bigger pay.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So even if me I do the job, I will do my best.
True.
Right? But the point is, these people are collect so much money and all this, so much high life, and them now do for them best.
Yeah.
Hit the nail on the head. Yes,
So it's
Wayne.
so it's like you try to pick the little speck out of my eye. I mean, like you have a big log in a fear one where you need to go pick out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's why His Majesty saying, you know, the Bible transcends all boundaries. No matter where them coming, we can draw for something for the Bible if we can show the situation.
True.
Yeah. So, you say, all them attack, I resign them for resign, because they know better and they're not doing better.
Yeah.
Now, one more thing now, you refer to about, not about this morning with, like, the price, you know, some people, if you give them something, then give all of the praises, no matter what wrong you do otherwise. When you put food on for them table, you're the best man in the world to them.
Yes.
But life is not like that. Carlo, you put food on my table. If me see a rob and a steal and a oppress some people around there, so you're wicked same way.
True.
That's a very...
That's no good. You try to do good to everyone.
True.
That's a unique stance.
See, but you're talking about integrity. So you're saying because you know, that's an issue that we have because we've seen local government coming up, money issuing out and so on. But it is a panacea.
There's money issue in there.
No, when we say money issue, when we say money issue,
I bribe some people. Bribe.
In terms of, okay, so they're missing the issue when they really should be going, you'd say more fundamental, fix the problem that are there. Don't give people, yeah.
All right, no, Pastor. Remember me are the idiot, you know.
No,
listen to me.
Okay.
And nobody tell me no to you know, because right I know that name, me give myself that name, so, for me.
Wayne.
Me are the idiot.
Yes, Wayne.
And if you have 7,000 wives,
yes,
right? Then where we are waiting for unite. Just to me, you know, as I say, you know, me have a lot of people talk, you know, what is the lacking amongst us as the intellectual who say what go on is unity. Unite on the force, get to know one another number, call, draw a conference amongst one another, and then we put an except car. We separated just talking, now go help, now remove them.
To become a part of the change.
We need that unity amongst the eye, them Rasta.
All
to
right.
help us, the weaker one, or the poorer one, or the less educated one.
Okay.
We need to know. We need to know in a Rasta.
All right, Wayne, I hear you. I hear the passion
So
in it.
some way, somehow, we must start finding ourselves together, get to know one another, contacts. Everyone, try know yourself, find yourself, find the same mindset. All the brethren will just start where you bring on. You understand me? We need to combine in the forces to make them people sister, but serious.
Okay.
Without that, you just go find yourself a talk. Next this year done and we still attack. Next year come and we still attack. And so, you know, one heap of hope without action come. I wonder if God not ready for the change at me yet, or are we just not? Put yourself in the position for God. Do what him to do.
All right.
Because God give us authority and our brains, you know. We need to put ourselves in a position, then we can say, well, Father God, we do all we need to do. What else, what the next step we need to do? But if we not do all we need to do, God sit down and wait for me.
You're right, Wayne. All right.
So, listen, because he that is a man that sings still, you know, with a humble spirit like a child, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you can't ramp with children and them question, because children know that.
Yeah, man. They just try to answer the best way we can.
Children ask some questions, they must come from them depths of them heart where them feel and hear and see. Understand me?
Yeah, man.
And I like big people who try to corrupt them thoughts when they ask questions, them ask it straight like a child, you know?
Yeah.
So,
all right.
we feel like that is where it is lacking in this country.
All right.
The people that with certain brains and certain levels, we need to unite. I saw the change that really coming up.
All right.
Because most likely it's ever come from we done that, so it could have come in a revolution, we start burning our days and them Sunday.
Okay.
And we don't want that.
Okay. All right, man. All right. We have another caller, but thank you.
Empress Eden, bless up.
All
Thank
right.
you so much, Wayne. Have a good day.
Good morning, caller. How are you? Good morning, caller. How are you? Look like we lost that call, but remember the lines to call in 876-619-1508, 279-8473. Good morning, caller. How are you?
Let's add.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning.
I'm Philippine.
Yes, man.
Good morning, Empress Princess Eden.
Thank you. Good morning.
I hope you look as though your name is.
Aye. For we to know you to find out.
You're right.
How
are you feeling this morning? What are the thoughts?
Before I go to my thought, let me go straight. The intellect of the race amongst the 60-odd
yes,
should form an interim government among themselves.
Go again with that.
The 60-odd that did not vote
that's what you're saying. The 60% to the vote should form an interim government for themselves.
The intellect amongst them, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Form an interim government among themselves.
Okay.
How do you think that will bring about a positive change?
Of course.
How? I'm asking you how.
No, when they do farm it, then they are 60% of the populace in Jamaica, so it would not be
That's an interesting idea. That's an interesting idea because I remember in years when one person was not in parliament, they used to have these assemblies where they talk about what is happening. You remember that? You sound old enough to remember that. They'd have this forum, yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Interesting idea.
And then again, next thing again to the past nothing personal, all right?
Mm-hmm.
the Christian amongst us who sometimes when we talk black, they must say we shouldn't be talking so black.
Mm-hmm.
But when we ask them, no, this is a non-religious question.
Yeah, go ahead.
The brethren that just hang up with the rat, right?
Yeah, that's Wayne, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, all right. So I ask the question and put it out to all and sundry. The people them where you also revere and love in the Bible,
mm-hmm.
who them will more look like me and Wayne our pastor, knowing that the scissors and the comb and the thing that was not yet invented. So all of the people them so revere in the Bible, who them will more look like? I'm and Wayne are
in between. If you go back, if you follow in between. No, but you laugh. You laugh. But when you think about it, you can always trace back to see how the people were. And they were not Caucasian. They were mixed. Yeah, so we know that. So that to me, I will not go into that. And I'm just talking about the what I call the character of the person. Because we all mix up. But the important thing is we have to focus on everybody to move everybody forward. When you hear me, we talk about that all the time. That's what we're about, yeah? Not true?
Right. And one more thing. I mean, I address the farmers them because sometimes I listen to one farming program by 106. I love that data there. Anyway, the farmers them again now too. You see, when a farmer plant him stuff, whoever come in to buy from him, instead of going to the government and they know him come with the good money, you know, and they know the government take the good money and they know give them the Jamaica money to the farmer. May I say, the man who come in with the money, like with a yen or pound or US dollar, him to go direct to the farmer who are planting things.
Yeah, and get it.
Negotiate with the farmer who are planting things. And then now him pay the government in tax after that. Because I mean him have wife and children, him no want dollars in a pocket to US dollar, pound, or yen in a pocket also. So him children can look on him proud and him woman can look on him proud or our husband can look on him proud. Instead of going direct to the government, who them no plant nothing, them never dig nothing. Go direct to the man who planted. And have him negotiate with the man who come with him in US or in dollars and negotiate with him. And then afterward, him go pay in taxes to the government. You know, that's just my thought for this morning.
Interesting thought. Out of the box, we call it. Good morning. Morning. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. But you know, it used to be that way before you had organizations in terms of government and so on. 'Cause it became easier to deal with people. Even that thing with the paternity and it's an important
very important
question in
we have
regards
a
to
caller online.
Good morning, caller. How are you? Good morning, caller. How are you?
Probably lost the connection.
Good morning. But on the line, we're having some very interesting discussion. Taki says, in regards to monkeypox, he says, let's go back to some herbal thing. Because I remember the African says when we had pox, smallpox, we'd use a herbal thing, which with cerasee and tamarind leaves and put people in baths like that to help them to heal proper. You know what I'm saying? Just something out of the African perspective. And Taki is also saying, the organizing begins from within the immediate family first, then proceeds with neighbors, friends, and others. True. And then Jah Servant God says, Sri Lanka's revolution is bloodless. Good morning, caller. How are you? We have two callers online. We'll go first.
Good morning to you, Pastor.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Eden.
Good morning.
And good morning, Light. Pastor.
It's Raphael.
We
have Raphael in studio this morning.
Oh, Raphael. Good morning, Pastor.
Yes. Hey.
Pastor.
Yes, sir.
Read my telephone. You don't hear anything?
I don't hear anything yet because I have somebody working on it from me on the inside.
Yeah, well, Pastor, you know, look like you're going to hear nothing because how much years now?
Yeah, what? Be hopeful, my brother. Okay. And I have your number so I can call you.
At this night, we are talking about, you know, the drug foot and the slowness of all the people them take. People, Pastor, I have my phone for much years, Pastor, my business, you know what business mellows? And you check with my things. You because you're there now, you're a commission officer and sit down. And you don't know when it's there, you do a step. When it's there, them do a step, them know what to do. Them sit down and them get a rigmarole. You call them, a beer auto machine, I tell you, this press, that press. Come on, Pastor, the country I go. Hey, I'm telling you, Wayne, good morning, Wayne. Wayne, the plan when they get on the table, everything run out now, here. They tell them after them are thinking to themselves and them are thinking the other way. People, Pastor, I tell you now, 10 times come down to this time, you know. And some money I got dash out, some promises I got give, and the people them just forget about everything, and run to only beef and calm meal and flour and all these things. Let me tell you something. These people sit down, you know, and think of a trick the people, you know. And part of me not stop talking about it's earth, you know, right? Earth? Earth when slide green and him friend them. but no movement. I want to look into it. Look into what I say, These guys are something else, I used to the man might drink them big NSC and all kind of things. I hear the man them say, sure, on a no movement.
Let us put it another way, caller. The Marie Antoinette says instead of let them eat cake, let them eat bulla. And bulla is very expensive. No, bulla is not a cheap thing anymore.
Haven't had bulla in a while.
And that's what I said. I said let them eat bulla. Yeah, everything is expensive.
Pastor,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, None of the two sides them no better,
We understand that. So that is why.
The two sides them no better.
Yeah.
The Bunting and the Campbell and the leader, the whole of them are the same thing. None of them no better,
Mm-hmm.
Pastor, there's certain laws that they don't want carry to the table because them carry maybe one of them they get caught tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you hold on, caller? We have come up to the 8:30 break. Yeah, man. We're up on the 8:30 break. We'll be right back.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-Time Taxi Service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
We are something special on the road.
For a better choice in all your electrical supplies, A, authorized 3M dealer and better brand names. B, better service including free island-wide delivery. C, all major credit and debit cards accepted. It's ABC Electrical Sales. Shop number 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10. Open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We make your electrical jobs as easy as ABC. Call 754-3825-8 or fax 754-3659. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice.
Today's best music. The best mix of your light run favorite beats is on
Bess FM. JPS spin and win. Get ready to spin and win of niceness. Yes, when you go prepaid with JPS, weekends for two shopping spree and more. Switch or sign up for prepaid for winnings galore. Go prepaid with JPS and top up with 120 kilowatt hours or more for a chance to win in the spin and win draw every month. Or you could be the grand prize winner of $2 million. Go prepaid and done. Visit jpsco.com for more info. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act.
Bess100 FM is the authentic voice of Jamaica, promoting your prosperity with better vibes and better music. Let us promote your goods and services for you. Advertise with us. For more information, call our office at 876-276-8935. That's 276-8935.
Oh my Lord, nice to see you. I say you come over and you bring 5 brothers from my daughter. I to pick from. My daughter says she don't like none of the above. You bring power, you bring rage, you bring cool, you bring hot and high Ray. First thing she say, Ray, high Ray, he high. I don't like nobody in my family, my Lord. I don't like power. Power look like a politician, and I don't like cool. I see cool looking and hot, like two of them got something going on. Put them on the other side of the room. My Lord, I will wait. I want the best for my daughter. I wait on the best, because best is always best to me.
With all the best music from yesterday and today. All genre radio.
Welcome back, caller. How are you, sir?
All right, Pastor. Let me just say mine to Mr. Tuenshaw.
Yeah, man.
This station is moving from point A to point B. It's moving. This station is on the move.
Okay, good.
And we like what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor, let's talk about the OUR.
Yes, right. The OUR, yeah.
The OUR is working in the public interest.
You tell me, because you don't think so.
No, Pastor, when you go there, you see? When you go there, and you suppose you are query a bill for about 50,000 or 15,000, whatever the bill is, they might tell us to pay the bill and then query. Pastor, why you think you go there? Because the bill, you know, like where you sit on the bill, don't you?
True.
So that's why you go there. But they might tell us to pay the bill still, you know. They're not working on me and your interest. They might work in the sectors, them. They're like the telephone company, the light company, the water company. When they make them hero, then them tell you, you know, you don't get back that money there when you pay it to Pastor. You know, you get it, you know?
What?
Credit.
Credit. Oh, so if you pay it, so that means if you pay a bill that has been overcharged, like 50,000, your bill is normally $5,000, then you have 10 years, 10 months of credit line, okay? You don't get back your money.
Credit.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't know if you get back your money either.
Yeah,
these people don't work on the behalf of the local, the public. They work on they work. You know, so them, the sector them pay them those.
Yeah, man, because based on assessive, I think that's how they are funded. Yeah. All right.
So people need to do them due diligence. You know, I don't want my brother, my talk yesterday now. I went to fast and it was wonderful. Wonderful.
Good.
Wonderful. I want people to experience the spirit of the Lord. Let me tell you something. You know, go. All if you're not a bad man, just go take care of the spiritual aspect of life.
Because that's important.
It is important. And you will get, you see, if you see the calmness there and the peace there, you will develop.
Okay. All right.
Let me tell you something. These people have no clue, no idea. They just run the thing and then say, no, we have to catch them. So you're over it. With maternity leave, paternity leave, $10,000 and all that. No man say them put in them thing a year, them say them tearing food.
Okay.
Whole if a man tearing us a fall down.
Okay. All right.
All of a sudden the man them tearing them us a fall down.
All right, call.
Because them ain't get no money. Pastor, when me a say no, me know you want to get enough now, but I never do it.
We'll try giving somebody else another chance to speak.
No. These things, Pastor, we have to open people them eye.
And that's what we're doing.
And I make them trick them with them 10,000 and then and none of the side them. Nah work. So I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. I hope you were listening this morning to the businessman that we had on, and he was very clear.
I listen.
He was very clear in terms of what we need to do.
I listen attentively. Last but not least, Mr. Oretman, he is not on a Friday anymore.
I have to double check that. I couldn't respond.
No, me I tell you, because me and him talk.
Oh, he's not on. Oh, I didn't know. All right.
No, me and him talk. Me can talk to you off the ear.
All right, we'll talk off the ear. All right. So thank you for calling.
Yeah. Oh.
Good morning, caller. Welcome. Hello. Oh, the caller is gone. But the point in regards to the Office of Utilities Regulation working for the people, those are things that we have to examine. We've been saying, and we continue to say, the way that we order our business as a nation, our people must be at the center of what we do. If you have persons or people who are living and don't feel that way, then we have to come back to the drawing board in leadership and say, what is this? Because we have been contending that a constitution must be a consensus of the future of the vision for the nation. If most people have not bought into that consensus, we have a problem. Good morning, caller. How are you?
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I'm here in a pastor.
I'm glad you are here. Thank you for taking time to call us. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
What do you have to say today?
As a 70-year-old man.
As a what?
As a 70-year-old
gentleman.
Citizen of Jamaica.
Yes.
I'm upset with this leader that I think he should resign. Him and him cronies resign.
Okay.
You know why?
Yeah.
They keep playing the whole politics game. Where you coming with money to give people? If you teach people for fish, instead of you give them a fish, them things they're done with.
Yeah.
You understand, Pastor? We need to go forward. Look at Jamaica. Look how great we are. Anyway, in the world, people talk about we. Sports, music, everything. When you go after a man, it's one talk like you, one walk like you. Anything with them see them buy. Me there ranks a couple years ago. And we go buy some fish. I'm going to hear some Yankee community. What type of fish do Jamaican buy? Because those guys know what they are doing.
Okay.
Oh my God. Just imagine that.
But you say, caller, as you're calling us, the question is, do our leaders, and we ourselves, because our leaders come from us, recognize the greatness that is in us? As Mr. Cottrell was saying, we are prince and princesses. Do we recognize that? Do we plan for that? Do we continue to reinforce that to every child that is born? And he spoke about vision. That is the challenge we're having in our friend. What do you think?
Yes, that's the challenge we have. They're not working with a vision.
Yeah.
The leaders not working with a vision. I'm going to show you something. Look at the Petrogram thing. Look at the Oral Read thing.
Yeah.
Look at the other one of the CMU VR81.
CMU.
You understand?
Yeah.
And you still set them back. You have to set an example. This is why they use them at the open. An example not set.
True.
That was spread up by leadership.
Yeah.
He make us show him, because him the youngest leader ever come.
Yes,
He make us show him right now.
He was born after independence, so you would have expected more of him, yeah.
You understand, brother? We're upset with him. You know, you hate him now, nothing for but we have to step one side.
Yeah.
Him need to step. That's all I have to say. Him need to step. We may upset, him not need to step.
All right, caller. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning. May I speak to the host, please?
Yes, man. You're on the program. You're on the morning connection on Bess FM.
Yeah, man. It's our first time caller, you know.
Okay, where you calling us from this morning?
Yeah, I'm calling from Clarendon, you know.
You're not crying down. We soon come.
Yeah, man.
Soon come.
Yeah, man. Just a little, you know, it's hard there, man, on the street here. You know, I listen all the while, but that's the first time I call.
Yeah, man. Thank you for calling us.
Yes, man. And first of all, I want to say good morning to you and your host.
Yeah, man.
Good morning.
Yes. And I just want to say that I really appreciate your handle the program.
Mm-hmm.
You're very informative.
Yes.
And your humility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you on us.
And how you diversify the topics, especially on sports and those things.
Yeah, man.
Yes. Anyway, you know, I just want to have this year that I want to just, you know, as I heard man, the fitness, I just want to just put it forward and your perspective on it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, yeah. Now there is an parliamentary act, you see?
Yeah.
And
which one?
It has to do with the oversight in the parliament. The oversight. So there was an amendment that was done by former Prime Minister Bruce Golding. I think it was 2007 when he amended that act.
Which one was that?
The act was that the oversight in the parliament where he amended that it was always in the hands of the government to do the oversight. And he made an amendment in 2007 where he put it in the hands of the opposition. That is the act in the parliament that they made the oversight in.
You mean the oversight for the subcommittees, like
Yes.
Okay, right,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about now.
Yes. So I'm saying the Bruce Golding was an amendment act in 2007 that first it was done by
the government
ministers.
Mm-hmm.
And then he amended it in 2007 and that the opposition parliamentarian could, you know, they have the
right
to do the act. No, I do believe the standard orders in the House give about 10 agendas that they oversighted. From the standard orders. Among them, I can remember about 10 among the human resource,
right,
public accounts,
right,
and you have nepotism, which come out of corruption,
right,
security, and the others. No, I do believe that it was a good move by Bruce Golding to do that.
Yes.
No, this Prime Minister has reversed it now and put it in the hands of the government.
Yes, and there was a uproar about it. Yeah.
Right. There's so much about me up now. Yes, there was uproar from the opposition, uproar from the public sector,
yeah,
private sector,
yeah, man,
other public bodies, and other public bodies. And despite those old cry, the Prime Minister still was steadfast and it is in the hands of the government. No, in my humble opinion,
Yes.
I do believe that if there is any failure, shortcomings, or any act of corruption, any of those agendas, it wouldn't be in the best interest of any ruling government to highlight those issues.
Right, that's true.
Yes, it wouldn't be in their best interest. It would, So make it stay in the hands of the opposition. The opposition, whichever opposition is there, it is in their best interest to highlight those issues.
True.
And as you mentioned, I will back me up. Despite all the public outcry, the Prime Minister
Still went ahead and did it.
yes, and did. And I do believe that is a very great step on his part.
Yeah.
A very great step.
Yeah, man.
And in my humble opinion, as the man may say, sometimes in life I go through life, we need to listen
Yeah.
to the voices around us.
Yeah.
We mustn't be like too bright in our own eyes.
True.
You understand? And especially as leaders.
Yeah, man. You have to listen. You have to listen. That's a hallmark of good leadership.
Listen to the outcry, man. Listen to the outcry. As I said, it's a very great step that in do. You understand? People but those oversight
Into the
government. I don't know what the reason why they do it.
No, but
You understand?
because what happened, remember this, because that happens and you had these committees of parliament that they have to report to, more information was coming out in the public domain, which was highlighting some of the things that were wrong. And so you had a check and balance. That's what it was. And we always, in any true democracy, must have good checks and balances.
Yes, right, that's all.
Yeah, man.
Right, yes, yes. So I believe it's a great step, man. And he must and not coming down on him because but for an easy life that he is a crown.
Yeah.
You see? But you must listen at times.
True.
And in display that characteristic.
Yeah. Let him not listen. He not listen to people. He might do him own thing.
Yes, in display that characteristics.
Okay.
So I think he needs to do retrospection.
Yeah, man.
Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, son. Thank you so much for hearing me.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Make sure you call back, my brother. Thank you for taking the time to call. We appreciate it.
I'm just want to leave one thought.
Yes.
1 second with me and myself and all of us. Let us keep our love light burning across the shores. Send the beam across the waves that some poor struggling seaman may rescue, we may save.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Yes, same to you all.
Okay, that's interesting. First time caller, but he has made a very, very important point in terms of the oversight. Good morning, caller. Welcome. How are you?
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
Good morning.
Yeah, man. What?
Good morning, Cheppy. Your favorite lady is here.
My sweetheart, how are you?
I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well too.
Yeah, man, I'm going on,
Awesome.
But sometimes you ever really check and know that you cannot please black people, because let us say, men become working many white people.
Yes.
And when it's your mirror, you see, they didn't say nothing, man, boy, you're great, man. And go and tell the boss, boy, you have an excellent man here. You understand?
Sheppy.
Check it out. You know that some people have them little bar, and I wouldn't take and make it up.
Cheppy.
Yeah, I wouldn't take and make it.
What you saying, Cheppy? What is your point?
I tell you how we see in Jamaica.
Okay.
Oh, you see Jamaica. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you, so you do all the business, you try your utmost best for people, they're being brutalized you. And when we check it out, when we see this government do, and if you tell me, say, fool me well, boy, I may tell you, say, him do it good, and many of us, as a patriotic Jamaican, when we check it out, you have a little bar. And when you check it out, you have to close it because of the Kobe.
Because of the government? Because of the government, Cheppy? Because of the government?
Yeah, he said he must close it because the germs, the talking at this and that, germs that flying around, get onto each other. So let us take precaution. And if you have your bar, some look after fingernails, some look after hair, some dressmaker. I'm just looking, I go give you something because
Sheppy.
you like.
Oh, you're talking about the lockdowns that the government imposed. That's what you're talking about. And then, and so, but Sheppy, as we talk. No, man, but Sheppy, you come with the same argument all of the time. And we are saying to you,
regardless of what this man, when me hear people come to government, I get $10,000. Look here, man, people need it.
okay,
It's not
Sheppy.
working. Some get, look here, me know a girl right now, 5 of them live at their home, and they get $10,000 each, and right now they are elevating and them business.
They're elevating in their business. Okay, but
Yes,
Sheppy,
my
but
mind
Sheppy,
chicken are different and doing
Sheppy,
them good.
Sheppy, listen, Sheppy, listen to what Sheppy, you're not listening to what I'm saying to you, now, my brother. Listen, now, man.
Yes,
We are not saying that the government is not doing something. What we are simply saying,
about the $10,000 about.
no, what we are saying is that the government needs to do more in regards to what they do that can impact more ordinary Jamaicans. And you have to think long term. Listen now, you spoke, and I'm speaking now. In terms of long term, you have to be strategic. Did you listen to the businessman who called this morning in terms of his vision? Right, so that gentleman is a businessman. You know what his vision for Jamaica was? Him say we don't have a common vision. And that's why we need to listen to each other. Him say every Jamaican is a prince and a princess. And we need to fix the education system. We can't do short-term things. We have to think long-term. Because him say right at this point in time, we are living well below where we must be. And it will come back on leadership. So leadership get it right. The PNP get licked. The GLP get licked in terms of the fact that they have done. And so we are saying in terms of our dialogue and our discussion, we are saying some things work in the past. We need to do what is happening presently to fix the situation. All right? You agree with me on that? That's what we are saying now. We're not lick nobody, you know. We're saying we need to move forward. Because talking about the past only acts as a guidepost. All right, Sheppy. I have another call online, Sheppy. I have another caller. I have another call online, so I'm going to take that caller. All right, thank you. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hello?
Good morning. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Not bad, not bad.
All right. What's happening, Rusty? Tell us what's up.
Look here, man.
No, but all right. Hear me now, this man. We're not going to take Shep. You just call and you speak what you need to speak. We're not going to get against each other. All right.
No, of course, me, no, man.
Yeah, but.
I don't call because me can't say something.
All right. Say what you're saying, but no refer to Sheppy.
Look here, Pastor.
Yes.
Look what the government come to power without a plan. This government came to power without a plan, you know, sir. This government didn't have any plan, you know.
Okay.
Our the previous government leave there, you know, it's working half, you know. Look on crime. Everybody didn't have a crime plan, you know, Pastor.
Right, and we're feeling it now.
It didn't have a crime plan, you know. The plan the government of a crime is state of emergency.
Okay.
Look at agriculture. In the time of the lockdown of the COVID, the 2 years of the COVID, the government should have concentrated for agriculture that time in the boss when nothing now moving.
Right, that's true.
We should have put all the emphasis on agriculture, you know, when the place is locked down and nothing now move. No, we don't open up, you know, we don't have a lot of things to sell.
True.
But the government was concentrating on that, sir. All the government was concentrating this handout at $10,000 and $5,000 and all these money. All this are going to help people in the long term.
Well, that's what we're talking about, Rusty. We have to think long term. Because we are thinking about the people. We're thinking about elevating our peoples. That's what we're talking about.
$10,000 and $5,000 no boss. It's not, that is not a help, you know, sir. That is just a little cushion, you know.
Okay.
We are short like a while, you know.
Well, I won't even talk about cushion. You go to market, you go supermarket or market recently, Rusty.
You pass off so man. We just a comfort the place, but every day me go to supermarket. All yesterday, all this man we go buy something. When we go there, the prices are different price. It thing increase again. It pass like how it go work this way, man.
How it go work? True. How will it work? Yeah.
Is that?
It's not working. It's not working.
We go to buy something. We go to the thing was $250. Now we go to buy it. Now we go on at $300.
Ooh. In a one day?
In a one day, I say me buy the thing and me go back there to buy when me ask the person the price, you know, I do want answer me, you know. I do want open up him mouth and answer me and tell me the price.
Oh boy.
So tell she grumble and tell me she at 300. And some said that them send open 250 minutes pay for it. And how come he reach 300 so quick? She said it gone up.
Oh boy. And another thing too, you know, Amro says he talk about that. Some people are using the devaluation and what is happening to move prices without any real reason. And we have to be careful that we have to call that out. We have to call that out.
Yes, you're right on that. Some people are move prices without any reasoning.
It's not legal.
I agree with you, you know, sir.
Yeah, man.
That is totally right.
Yeah.
And the reason Rusty they're able to do that is because we as the consumers haven't been calling them out for a long period of time. So they have normalized just increasing prices on their own. And because we're going to buy it and we're not going to say this is not right and you should not be doing this, they have gone way past where they're supposed to have been.
Pastor, you know, I went to a place, this is
yeah.
And I ordered something. And me ask the price, the person tells me $265. So me I said, no man. Me I said, no, it can't right. It can't reach this price. I know some me walk, you know, so I walk. I know some me go one next place, I'll get the same thing, $330.
Are you serious? that is price gorging, man.
They tell me go one next place and get the same item, $330.
Okay. So Sheppy, what does that tell that you have? You have economic power and you have to use it. Because that is how you're going to begin to tell the powers that be, hello, we have the power, but we just sit down and we say, we can't do anything about it. And we are saying, advocating, we can do something about it. The small man, the ordinary Jamaican, there's a lot you can do. If you go one place and it consistently high priced and somewhere 10 feet away, the price is lower. You know, give them man their business. Not that we're supposed to do. Yeah, man. Yes. We have power, man. We have power.
Last thing I have to say, Pastor, even look at the bank. I had the money in the bank, you know. I didn't go back there for a little while because to me I have the money put down there and I juggle around and I find little food money and things. And I say, boy, I don't make no sense to go out for trouble that money. You understand what I mean, sir?
Yeah, man, I understand what you mean.
Like you have a little money put down and I hustle, I make little money and you say, boy, you know, I have to go drive because you can buy your food and out a little money where you make. You understand what I say, Pastor?
True, which is a crop of life of most Jamaicans, yeah.
And when I time in the boss, we run this, you know. No, I'm not, you know, I say, boy, thank God we done a little change I put on my bank there. God have mercy. You see, me go back to the drive, boss. The lady have me walking up and down all boat from office to office. Then she came me go in our office and tell me, say, no money in my bank account. The bank account gone down, man.
Oh, boy. I know what you're talking about because that is why Fitzjackson was pushing against what is happening with the banks. You remember that paper? And it was pushed down, and we still have the issue with our banks. We have to just be so careful. Yeah, Rusty.
And it's a lot of people lost their money that way, you know. So
right.
I'm not the only one, you know.
We understand. All right, Rusty. Thank you. We have another call online. Bless, respect. Yeah, man. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Pastor.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Yeah, blessed, my day, you know. Good morning to the young lady.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning to the diaspora and all the listeners in Jamaica. No, I think the gentleman will start. I think it's the PAC, right?
Which one?
Where
the PSC, yeah, man. When they shift it around, yeah, the oversight, yeah.
Yeah, and putting the wife in there, right? That means not to come out. We the public not for hear nothing again.
Okay.
Hard to really hear what really are going on. You understand?
Yeah.
But I want to take times out and make people know this. these money we hear them the 10,000 them will come over them here. It's just I'll back the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Them I'll back them political machine because you see the people need the money there and the community now get it,
Okay.
And if you notice all the while, and it's a media stunt too, it's a PR stunt.
Mm-hmm.
But them just come up and say they might give you much money and they might give you much money. But how much people get money? Nobody not get money. Nobody not get the money.
Mm-hmm.
I tried one at a time, and them take on the TR and take your voter's ID. Till one at a time, the man asked me for my bank account number. That's so weird.
Yeah, they ask for the bank account because they want to make the transfer, which is what they've been doing, which is what happened with NHD and all of them when they giving a refund. So it's a normal course in terms of the whole heap of check. But all right, make your point because we're coming up onto the 9 o'clock break, or if you want to call back.
Yeah, but what I say now is that most of the time when you hear them a PR and attack and say them all give us money and most of the people don't get the money.
All right, Raspal, hold the call. I will take the break because I want to explore what you're saying further. All right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, okay.
9 o'clock break.
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
Let I listen to Bess FM.
You good? You can get better. Spread the word. Straight Up gets better on Bess FM. Straight Up Jerry Small, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays on Bess100 FM. 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. I'm your host, Robin Jerry Small. The numbers are 279-8473, 279-8473, and 619-1508. 619-1508. Also streaming live on the internet. Bess FM, Straight Up, Robin Jerry Small.
If you're to feel it, you've got to be clean. You got to make it straight. You can't be lean. Share the joys togetherness can bring. To the true soul, you just have to cling, and then you will feel it, you'll feel the soul inside of you.
Live the life. Respect the music. And keep your radio locked in.
The Bess100 FM.
Easy. Let not your hearts be troubled. Just believe in God Almighty and daily renew the mind. As we live in this time when fake is more valued than real, lies prefer the truth, the unnatural put above the natural. This is Lady Donna, aka Double D Don, with a new song, Almighty Jah, encouraging your people to keep the faith. God will make a way. Get your copy today. It's on all digital platforms. Lady Donna Official on Instagram, Facebook, AsujaRecords.com. For bookings, Asuja Record label at Gmail. Almighty Jah!
The station that makes you feel good.
I love the station. I think it's great.
My station. Moving.
It's my station.
Moving. Keep it right here. Keep it right here.
Bess FM. Keep listening.
Warning. When there is a hurricane warning, button down, tie down, everything. Lift appliances and furniture off the ground and secure your valuable items. If you wanna port, secure it on land and turn on your yard if you a fisherman. Make sure you turn off every breaker, and before you sleep, turn off your generator. Flooding, that is a real danger. If you live a gully bank, river bank, or low line area, if you see flood waters are rising, get out, get out. Heed the warning. If your land starts slipping and a sliding, get out, get out. Heed the warning. Hurricanes gonna happen, so be prepared.
A message from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management.
Bess100 FM is the authentic voice of Jamaica, promoting your prosperity with better vibes and better music. Let us promote your goods and services for you. Advertise with us. For more information, call our office at 876-276-8935. That's 276-8935.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Welcome back, Ross Paul. Just finish your idea. We have another caller waiting like you. Go ahead,
Yeah,
my
man.
brother.
So me I'm sure no pastor say. You see, if this government did put out the amount of energy on the poor and the people where it puts to keep itself in a power, Jamaica would have nice.
Okay.
Because the only thing I'm see that government are doing, is just to try to keep itself in a power. Go by any means, I'll move the rap with Johnson, with the England Prime Minister there. All of them move, they move with Trump, where Trump put out the aisle. Where
Venezuela you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, the Venezuela move there. In all of them move there, just to keep themselves in a power,
But let me say something to you, Raspal, about people and power. When you have power, you hold on to power. You think about it in your personal life. That is why the whole thing in terms of leadership must transcend our personal thing, because power is sweet, I can tell you that. And when you don't have it, you're powerless. So people do everything within their right to hold on to power. So what we have to do is to really change people's minds in terms of how they are thinking, because it's a major shift.
Yeah, that's right. Come back to the Constitution.
Yeah, man, right. That's what
we write the Constitution.
And I agree with you. I agree with you.
When we select a man like Prime Minister now, him knows he work, him a work.
Okay, he's working for us.
We don't want to select a man where work and at the same time he might think about in business and I say my build
okay,
that.
all right.
And a man want this and a man want that.
Correct.
You understand?
So correct. All right then. Thanks for your contribution this morning. On to our next caller. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you for waiting. Appreciate that.
Yes, I've been waiting so long. I think the credit ran out because they're on the road. I might soon get cut off.
But
anyhow, that $10,000 that was that they is proposed to give to people. I've been waiting. I got a blast in May, on May 8th. I got a blast that I can collect it.
Yes.
And guess what? I've been calling the Ministry of Finance ever since, because when I went to Alaska, they told me that I need some tracking number.
Yes.
And let me tell you, that place is the worst place, Ministry of Finance, because I've been calling there since May the 8th, and guess what? Nobody answers the telephone. I get I'm put on to departments, and it ring like for 2 hours. Luckily, I call on my home phone.
Yeah.
It ring like for 2 hours and nobody don't answer, not even the operator answer.
Oh, wow.
They just go on to automated call. So that thing is like a promotion for this government. This government is, trust me, the worst. I've never paid so much taxes in all my life, man.
Okay.
Every time you come, it's tax. For instance, if you have a green plate,
yes,
you know that you have to do fitness twice a year, you know.
Are you serious?
Twice a year it costs me for my green plate, and trust me, yes, it's twice a year you have to do fitness if you have a green plate. I have a private green plate because when I drive my van,
yeah,
I'm a returning resident and a pensioner. When I drive my van, the police want to harass me, start carrying things, and because me don't want nobody harass me, I'm not paying the police. Me decide to just get a green plate, but me I give it back, you know.
Oh, jeez.
Because twice a year, me have to go for fitness. And when you go there, so, trust me, them find all sorts of loophole to pay money, you know?
Oh, jeez. And that is the cry of most Jamaicans in me there. You have returned from being overseas.
I never pay so much taxes in all my life. I'm tired of it. And another little quick thing. Mango season, so much mango. All of these companies could have packaged things and
mango and put it down when there's no mango.
And put it down, man, when there's no mango. Listen, where I live, you see, man, I walk and pick up mango. I go mango bush and give people mango, especially number mango. And we said, boy, somebody could have a factory and start a factory and produce a whole lot of
mango. Yeah, because we have the best mangoes in the world based on the soil. Where are you calling us from, Mons?
They're so nice.
Where are you calling us from?
Me don't want to give a location, you know?
No, I mean, which part? Criandon, Hanover, wherever.
Oh, St. Catherine, a quiet little place in St. Catherine.
We understand. But what you're saying is true because you have come back and you say you pay so much taxes in your life. And if you are returning, it's frustrating you. And that is what
we're... I can't get that $10,000 Ministry of Finance. What to them?
Oh boy, so
what happened to them?
From May 8th and today is July.
From the 8th of May, I've been trying to call that place because I would have loved that $10,000, you know.
I, my sister, hear you.
Guess what? It's a big gimmick, man. This government, them just tell people that, but then they don't want to give it.
Oh, jeez.
Them not going to give the people who deserve it, who's supposed to get it, not get it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but Ministry of Finance are calling and somebody do something, man. That place is them just send you around in circles, and if you get one department, then put you on hold like for all 3 hours.
Oh my Lord! You have to be, as we say in Jamaica, take bad things make laugh.
You have to laugh, you know. But wait, what to these people? Man, they want the money go back. They want the money go back to maybe the Prime Minister going get somebody going get it, or the Minister of Tourism.
Oh boy! Oh my Lord! Oh
Jesus! Me, it's one big patty shop.
Oh my Lord!
One big patty shop. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to give you a name. You know, it's the first time you call me. When you call back, I'm going to call you returning resident.
No man, he call me Miss B.
All right, Miss B.
Call Sister B, you know, Sister B.
All right. Oh, bless you, Sister
B. All right, but
B.
the first never call. Me call Jerry sometime, but rarely because me like to listen. Me not like to, you know, sometimes me in the garden and me can't talk, you know.
But that's good. But thank you for calling us this morning. Really do appreciate your call. Bless you.
All right. Blessings.
Good. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning. Good while me no call.
Yeah, but
about a week.
Yeah, how you do? We know, man. How you do, Santa? Everything cool?
Not bad, but you're not supposed to call me that again.
All right, anyway, so Cruz.
Morning, Mr. Gardner Eden.
Good morning.
But me still miss Sister Minett.
No man, she soon come back, man. She'll come back next week, man. She coming back.
Because me have some questions here, you know, because she know something about law.
Yeah, man, and we miss that. Yeah, man, that's all right.
Write them down so you don't miss anything.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, when a two thing want to talk about now. You see, when the lady just talk about the green plate.
Yeah, man.
They want to know the full, how it go. Who's supposed to have a green plate on their vehicle? If you have a private vehicle where you carry things for your own self, if you still can get charged.
Well, that's an interesting thing, man. We'll find out.
Yeah, we need to find that out. If me hear people complain to them and carry them own stuff.
Yeah.
As far as I understand now, when you have the green a vehicle and you sell, like making money off the vehicle, like you carry on goods and sell like ground produce and stuff, you're supposed to have a green plate.
That's correct, yeah.
But like me, I carry some furniture for myself from my home and stuff. Me hear people say police charge them, say them supposed to
have a green plate. That don't make no sense. So
at that moment, find out.
Yeah, because the police need to respond to that.
Work.
Yeah, because hear what she says, cause them harass her, cause she's a returning resident. I'm just her story, and she move up and down, and it's not a business, but yeah, because some people abuse it, you know. But the truth is, if you're an ordinary Jamaican moving around doing your own thing, like you move your own furniture, It's not supposed to have a green plate unless them saying that you have to go hire somebody to do it so somebody else can make money when you're trying to save your money. Yeah.
The other thing we want to talk about, we talked about it already. I don't remember if it's on this morning program or with Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
You see the bird shooting season? I think they should scrap it for about 2 years.
Okay, why?
The bird, hardly any bird is around now. Hardly any bird. Because they do so much shooting every year.
Mm-hmm.
And the shooters always shoot more than what they're supposed to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Napa don't know, cause I know that. Because Napa supposed to check them in the board. Napa cannot be everywhere all the time.
True.
And the bird, hardly you see any bird. Where I live, you used to see all 10 ball plates in a tree. No, you only see like one.
Okay.
And not only that, the birds, them are very skinny. Maga.
It's a representative of everything up in Jamaica, no? You can't be.
You know why the bird them so maga?
Deforestation.
A lot of them feeding tree get cut down for farming and for building.
Okay, right. So we're making the connections.
Right. You see the connection. So I think the government should stop shooting, bird shooting for even 2 years. That happened in the 70s, you know.
Oh, to replenish the stock, yeah, true, yeah.
Yes, because before the law came in, people used to shoot right through the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then the law came in and they said they banned shooting for 2 years, so they built up back.
The stock should be replenished.
I think that needs to happen right now.
Is that good? And thank you for making that, because some of the time we don't make the connection. You see what it is? The birds depreciating, but then you saying you only see 10, one, and then the bird them so skinny. And we don't make the connection between the deforestation that is happening and thing. Everything is connected. That's what we're saying. All right?
Yeah, everything is connected. All right.
Blessings, and thanks for calling. So hold your law questions till next week. Good morning, caller. Welcome. Good morning, caller. Welcome. How are you today? Stop listening to your radio and speak to us. Good morning. How are you?
You cannot be listening to the radio and listening to us. You have to turn the radio down. Good morning.
How are you doing?
We're doing well. How are you doing?
But the reason why the bird them got son is the grandma's one and they run up a kilo the bird feeding them,
Oh, interesting.
Grandma's one and they run up, man. When you see them, I use a bird grass, man. I kill out the bird feeding them, man. Remember, I'll go look a bird in them, all grass, cut and them look something. A long time, you don't see them bird there, no boss.
Oh, true. Okay.
One of them used to fly past some little grass and pick up in the thing them off of the grass.
We know you're talking about, yeah. We know you're talking about, yeah.
A long time, you don't see them bird there, because through them I use the grandma's one and they run up. Burn out all them feeding there, so it kill out the bird them, and when the bird them it kill them.
Okay, interesting.
So all the bird is dying out, grandma's one, and the run up is killing out the bird, and that's only human being alone is killing out.
Okay, yeah, because it has been proven too in terms of the effect on human populations.
Yes, because the run up is a dangerous thing, Pastor.
Yeah, me know.
It burn go right down into the ground,
Yeah.
And then it stay down in the ground for a long little while and before. And sometimes you plant all the things and you find the things withered and bloom and you wonder. It's a chemical down in the ground, sir.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Hello?
We know, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a chemical, man. It's chemical is damaging us bad in this country, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor.
Yes, sir.
You remember one time when we carry some fertilizer come here?
Yes, somebody got away.
When we carry some terrible fertilizer, remember when we bring some terrible fertilizer?
You remember it, man.
One time.
And it was like feces. Remember.
We couldn't store it nowhere in our yard, boss.
Yeah, we know. Oh, boy.
Look here. So one time, we take a little chance and use the fertilizer. Me in my farm and go walk out type farm. So me go to money, will go buy something. When we go in one place, we see lady a cringe up her nose. So me have to say to her, the lady, I know me smell, so If you the lady at jar nose, boss, in that place when we going up. You have to take time come out, come see the boy thing smell bad for me, sir.
Well, Rusty, behave yourself, man. I understand what you talk, but to remember it was a major thing, yeah.
Look here, part of when the fertilizer come down at the Europe, down at the wharf, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hear me? Hello?
I mean, we hearing you, Rusty.
Yeah, man, that time, Dr. Tufton was the Minister of Agriculture,
Yes.
And Mr. Bruce Bowling was Prime Minister.
Mm.
And they led a delegation down by the wharf because them are Newport East we produce fertilizer, they have a little problem. I understand, sir? Because them not say Newport East are selling fertilizer too expensive.
And they brought it in. I remember, and the end of it it became a scandal.
So they went and go order some container of fertilizer. I know so when the fertilizer came in, and the minister and Jan Tarad went down to the wharf, so when them
open the container.
So when them burst the container, so one of them collapsed. And I have to rush with him to the hospital.
Because of the smell. Rusty, we have another caller. Rusty always bring some joke come give you, but it's true. As we say, me take bad things make laugh in this country, but it's true. And there was
it's true, man. It's not lying, man.
No, me never say a lie.
But before you go, Rusty, you mentioned that you used it on your farm. How was the effect?
Lord have mercy, man. Me say some worm come up out of the ground, you see, man. The same time the rain fall.
Yeah, man, it's serious.
The rain fall, boss.
Mm-hmm.
Them breed up a lot of worm,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And the worm them go down in the ground, And you see soon as the rain fall, they just come up on the plant and start eat it and call them the army worm,
Okay, yeah. Yeah, remember that.
Green worm.
Yeah, remember, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, man, respect.
All right, good. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Listen to me, hello?
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Pastor Percival. I'm well.
I'm Mary. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored despite. I'm only tired. I'm just saying hi to Miss Eden Palmer too, and your operator there.
Yeah, good morning, Mary.
Pastor.
Yes, my dear sister.
I want to greet Carmen Brown from Carmen's Corner, formerly Carmen's Corner.
Yes.
Now it's now what? Furniture Land. She had a birthday yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday to Miss Carmen from Furniture Land. Yes.
And when you people are affiliated, right?
Yes, man. She's right. That's correct. Yes, man. She is.
Peggy.
Okay.
Miss Peggy from up there.
Okay.
You were saying something yesterday morning, thanking me for what I'm doing. This what I'm doing didn't start yesterday. I've been doing this from I was a child.
Okay.
When I was talking to Peggy Price, she said these people don't know you, and Miss Peggy is at Carmen's Corner.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So
but let me say something to Mary. Mary. We are grateful to you for what you are doing, and I'm encouraging and challenging other Jamaicans to step up to the plate. Let us not wait and say government must do this, because if, as a caller said, we love, respect, and are gracious to each other. And that's what I'm saying. We have to make a start. We can't. There's so much that you can do in your own small corner, and it becomes a fire of generosity, of care, of love and respect. And if that is happening on the ground, say you change everything. Because everywhere you go, people are saying, no man, not do this. So be kind, be considerate of one another. And if that becomes a campaign that we can do, we're talking about revolution, we have to change that in our social.
I agree with you. I take care of babies.
Yeah, man.
Children, adults,
everybody,
people, and older people.
Yeah.
And when yesterday I was talking about Floyd Green, right? And a man spoke about it. He was jeering all of us, the group was jeering.
That's what they were doing. Yeah, man.
Thinking putting them out, and then they always find something to cover up. He first of all, he came out and resigned, right?
Correct.
Apologized, and then the prime minister put him in his office and know him get a new assignment, right?
The needs man. Him is the needs man.
Yes, right. Another thing, tell me when I'm trying to put out things out there, right? Sometimes I don't have the time right now because I'm very busy and tired, right? But certain things we have to get done, right? We have to get done. Like, for example, I'm throwing this out there. There's a gentleman, he has been complaining to me that he has a son, and the son is not taking care of him, and he's going to take him to court for supportance. Is that possible?
I'm not so sure. I think it would be possible in the American legal system, but I'm not sure about here in Jamaica. Unless the son has his resources and not giving him what he needs to get, then he probably would have a case.
He's doing well, but he doesn't want to change his lifestyle. You have to change your lifestyle. You have to change your lifestyle. Everybody has to change their lifestyle. Or else we're going to be in problems.
Yeah, so,
so we have some problems there, so.
That we can fix of ourselves without people intervening. And it begins with a mindset and doing right to the other person.
There is another thing I want to say to you. When I started on this program, you said you were going to come and see me.
Yes.
But I know you are extremely busy. You're having weddings and funerals, and you have a family.
True.
But you need to call me today because I have some vital information to give you on reverse mortgage.
Okay then. All right. Cause you have worked with one, so you have gotten then. Their breakthrough has happened with that?
No, somebody I know, they lost their property because of reverse mortgage.
Okay. All right.
Reverse mortgage.
Okay.
Remember trying to deal with it?
Yeah, man, we did. So, all right. So, I'll call you after the program.
Quickly and go.
Yeah, man. All right.
The European government give us funds from time to time, and it goes to the IDB bank, right?
Yes.
And then for small businesses, you know what they do? They send it to National Commercial and Jamaica National also. And instead of this small entrepreneur get the benefit, they give it to the people that have money already, and they just carry the other small entrepreneur around the mulberry bush. That is what is happening. Yes.
Yeah, but that has been leveled, that if you get cheap money, and the government kind of has said, not with what we call it, our development bank here, they give it to the banks and say off lending. But if you do that, you know what is happening? The spread even become wider, and where it should go in terms of pushing small business, it is lost.
It doesn't go to the small business.
It doesn't.
The same people with money getting these
right.
loans.
And that criticism has been raised for a very long time. And so we're making that call. The government has to find a way of ensuring that the money goes where it is needed.
Pastor.
Yeah, man.
I want him more. You see, we have to unite, and I'm just greeting the people at halfway because I don't go there often, and they call me and wondering what happened to me. What I do, you patronize the small people out there.
Yeah.
In halfway tree, things you can buy from them. Buy from them. We have to build our people.
True.
Build the small end up the people along the roadside, Miss Bubbles and Charmaine, Fruity.
Yeah,
that's all the way. Thanks for your time.
Yeah,
all right, but you have to call me, Pastor. Please.
All right,
It's
we'll
very
do.
important.
All right, we'll do, Mary.
All right, Mary, have a good day.
You too. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
As we go into our 9:30 break, and time has flown when you're having fun. You mean Rusty make me laugh this Rusty make me laugh this morning, but he was actually giving us a testimonial, an eyewitness account of what happened in regards to this fertilizer. It was a big thing, and with the worms, and it smelled bad, and people are saying what it is that they have given to us. the intention to my own mind was right in terms of the government trying to alleviate a problem and using their connections, but it ended up coming back in their face. Monsanto is the parent company for Bayer, who are the makers of the herbicide Roundup, and in some places they have said it can't be used because of the impact that is happening on nature and what it has done. And so a lot of people have gone to what you call as natural herbicides. And we have a lot of it here in Jamaica. We are up until our 9:30 break. A caller's coming, but we're just asking the caller to hold on as we go to our 9:30 break, as we enter into the stretch for home. Remember, you can call in at 619-1508-279-8473.
With all the best music from yesterday and today. All genre radio.
Veg Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Veg Printers, your best choice in printing.
You good? You can get better. Spread the word. Straight Up gets better on Bess FM. Straight Up Jerry Small, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays on Bess100 FM. 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. I'm your host, Robin Jerry Small. The numbers are 279-8473, 279-8473, and 619-1508. 619-1508. Also streaming live on the internet. Bess FM, Straight Up, Robin Jerry Small.
If you're to feel it, you've got to be clean. You got to make it straight. You can't be lean. Share the joys togetherness can bring. To the true soul, you just have to cling, and then you will feel the you'll feel the soul inside of you.
There will be days when you're too tired to move, to drive, but you think you have to because your vehicle won't wash itself, right? But no, you don't have to visit a car wash. 123 Mobile Car Wash will come straight to you. Yes, you heard right. 123 Mobile Car Wash is offering services in Kingston and St. Andrew and St. Catherine. We shampoo and detail cars, trucks, offices, and more. No job too small. Call us at 876-631-3400. 123 Mobile Car Wash. We come to you.
Bess FM, strictly the best. How me say a real reggae music? Music for the black nation. Roots rock reggae music. I me say consciousness is the key. Kabaka Pyramid.
Bess100 FM is the authentic voice of Jamaica, promoting your prosperity with better vibes and better music. Let us promote your goods and services for you. Advertise with us. For more information, call our office at 876-276-8935. That's 276-8935.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Morning Connection. We're returning for home because it was our last break before we come off air at 10 o'clock. There's a lot of chatter that is happening online in regards to a vision for Jamaica and what is needed. Taki says, we have a call online? All right, we have a call online. So, good morning, caller. Welcome to the Morning Connection. How are you?
I called you earlier, but I had to call you back because of the conversation you had. The lady who called in about the
Miss B?
the green plate.
Yeah, Miss B. Yeah, Miss B.
It's true. And it's really shocking. Another thing that they do, if you apply for a green plate and you get it in June or July or any month, they charge you for a year.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, they charge you for a year. And at the other year, you better pay fast.
Okay. All right. Okay, Miss Love. Say hello to our singer from yesterday who big up the teachers. I hear him in the background, your grandson. But, well, I didn't know about
He
that.
has other songs too.
Yeah, man, that's all right. But for another time, probably next week, you know. But thank you for calling us. Bless up.
Yeah, that is true. And we want to see what is happening because even in halfway tree at the transport center, there's a little beep bird that used to be here, so the blind people would be able to cross the road properly. And it's dead for more than a year. And nothing is being done. And we keep on buying these things from China and setting up our place, and the things not lasting any time.
Yeah.
Just like the buses that they have Golden Dragon, do they belong to Jamaica or to the Chinese? And those buses, they have to take out the German buses seats and put in them because the seats not good.
Okay.
Why are we doing this to our people?
Why are we doing it to
I love you.
ourselves?
Have a good day.
All right, Miss Love, take care. So online, we've been having a discussion about real change. And God says it takes a serious majority for real social and economic change, and they've got to unite and educate on the mission. That's so true, and that's what we're doing here this morning. Do we have another call online? Good morning, caller. Welcome. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the Morning Connection. It's your host, Percival Palmer, and it is so what we're saying. We had two guests this morning, one who spoke about monkeypox, Dr. Mackenzie, and Derek Cottrell, who spoke about our vision. And he spoke about his simple vision for Jamaica. We are prince and princesses, our education system, our justice system, united. And they say it's 5 to 10 years. If we're serious, it can happen. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Not so bad. Looking at the fertilizer that Rusty tell you about, you see? It was, we couldn't get fertilizer. We could get fertilizer in Jamaica. But what they do, they use mall and put in a fertilizer. Bruce Golden said, I'm going to make the people get the good fertilizer. So I don't remember the controversy. And them come with it.
And what happened?
And when the fertilizer come, you hear me?
What happened?
Just listen to me, man. May ask if you hear me.
Yeah, but me say what happened?
When the fertilizer come, you see? Big shipload of fertilizer come. Roger Clark want the fertilizer for himself. You will tell the people and say, when the fertilizer come in the yard, I say ask how we did around the yard. And when the people stop by the fertilizer, don't stop by it. He want the fertilizer for him and his friend. Then him start take trailer and carry fertilizer that in warehouse. And when the people find say imagine them, you know where they do burn down the place where they keep the fertilizer. And say don't tin a loss.
Okay.
Now the fertilizer is a very healing thing.
So let me ask you a question though, Rusty. What Rusty said, Sheppy, about he using it and the smell and so on. Is that true?
Because them say fertilizer.
No, me ask you one question. Did you buy it, Sheppy?
Me a friend who buy it.
No, okay, but how are you saying that was the gentleman's personal experience?
Let me hear Roger Clark said, you know.
No.
You see on TV, a drunk crowd fly down.
No.
And when the people get to find, say, Roger Clark, dinner them.
Rusty?
Them burn down in warehouse.
All right, Chippy,
Somebody
you telling a
can
story.
They can call and tell you.
Okay, all right. But I just asking you never did it, so the man telling us what happened. So, all right. Thank you for calling back to seek to try to clarify, but you muddy the waters even further. But anyway, we have another call online. Good morning, caller. Welcome. You know, we keep going. We need to move forward. We're going back. People want to move forward. Good morning, caller. Welcome. How are you?
Not good.
Yes.
Hello.
Rusty. We're not Rusty.
Look here, man. You don't want to come in your man tell no lie, no brethren.
No, I am just saying you reported what happened, and I says him say him hearsay, and we can't use hearsay and go to court. This was your actual experience, yeah.
Me buy the thing I use, you know, brethren.
Me know.
I'm not talking about it. Don't Roger Clark coming at this.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we now muddy the waters.
We're not about to rebut. We're not about to rebut Rusty.
We love politicize everything, so man.
Yeah, man.
You come talk about the fertilizer, you can put Roger Clark in it.
Politics.
Roger Clark wasn't in the government that time.
Yeah, man. Right.
He was in government.
Sheppy. Me always are mixing up now. No, all right, Rusty. All right, sorry about that. Rusty, I hear what you have said. Do you have anything else to share this morning? Okay. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Pastor P.
Yes. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Good morning, Eden. I'd just like to ask the rest of Jamaica to take a listen to this, wherever you are. The lady who phoned earlier, Sister B or something.
Yes.
I want to put something in regarding that. When you're retired and you return here,
yes,
not everybody get big pension.
We know.
And it's not everybody get pension, full stop.
True.
Therefore, when you are a handy person and you're doing a few things for yourself,
yes,
they tell you to go to company's office and register.
Yes.
You don't need to do anything else. You are an elderly person who is looking after yourself.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
Yes,
so
right.
having to have a vehicle and doing like you're doing big delivery work out there, like you're working with hardware and tiles and different things where you have to be carrying. You're doing your little business where there's a few fruits and food, or you make some haberdashery or something like that. What on earth, government not giving you anything? After you've registered with company office and you pay your proper license and you got your road license and your insurance, that should be it.
Okay, because you're retired. You're
Yes.
retired and you're elderly. Yes.
This is ridiculous. This is what I mean about draining people and the vampire attitude. And then you have some idiots phone up about a lot of crap pertaining to when people is speaking truth. They just so blind they cannot see.
Okay.
There's a lot of elderly people in this country have to fend for themselves, you know.
Yes, I know that. Yeah.
So it's about time whoever needs to look into this to see. Once you're registered, I don't see what the problem is when you have your little thing going from place to place.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say because I've waited a bit.
Yeah, but I was saying,
Hanging out.
thank you for calling in because,
All right.
beautiful lady, Rachel, that's what it is. But she makes an important point because we assume that when people return from overseas, they have a big pension. Some people don't, and some people don't have no pension at all, but they wanted to come back to Jamaica. And then when Miss B called and said when she's moving up and down, she have to try to do the same. I'm saying, wow. I often say, and I will keep saying it, that the way that we look for the widows, the people who have no parents, the orphans, the disabled, and so on, is a reflection of who we are as a society. I have to be so careful, not Eden.
Yes.
Because it's reflecting on us, and we don't even see it. Some things it shouldn't have to be enacted in law, but it is in the law. So like with the disabilities, remember last week we had the executive director, and she was pointing out, and she pointed out that we have 2 years for the regulations to come in place, but it is here now, and the question is, how are we going to deal with it? You know, how are we going to deal with it? I think from my point of view, a vision of a Jamaican that every single citizen feel that Jamaica is my home is going to be very, 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 very important. And in that way, we make sure that there are opportunities that are available to the persons.
And on that note, let's get some good vibes going. We are, well, you would have been hearing the ad on the radio about the blood drive and back to school treat being put on by STEM Uprising at the Percy Junior Hospital on this weekend.
Is this weekend?
Yes, it's the 15th, which is tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Right, it's Friday. It's tomorrow.
Big day. Yes.
Right. So we talk about helping. How can you help? Well, you can be a donor. And if you did not know, one donation is a pint. And 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives. You heard me? 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives. And it's actually healthy to give blood. You will not die. If I take a little of your blood, just a pint, you will not die. So for the persons who are in the area, the STEM Uprising team will be at the Percy Junior Hospital tomorrow, and the event starts at 9 a.m. And it's a blood drive and back to school treat. So take your friends, because there's a prize for the person who brings the highest number of donors. So carry your friend, your neighbor, your grandmother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your nephew, your niece. Take the family out. Allow them to donate, because it's to a good cause, and you can win a prize, as well as take the children out, because they're going to have a lot of back to school goodies, backpacks, books, pencils, whatever it is that they're packing in those packages. Some people need it, and as we know, the pandemic has hit a lot of parents the pocket. They weren't able to come back and give the children everything they need for school. So STEM is helping in that way. They have the packets ready. Take your children out, come out and give blood, take your family so you can win prizes. And of course, you're donating to a very good cause, because 1 pint, which is a donation, can save up to 3 lives.
But STEM are people from the diaspora have come back to help.
You're right.
You need to highlight that, Jamaica.
Right. So STEM, if you have been listening, we had STEM on the program a few weeks ago. They are Jamaicans who are living abroad who started this charity to help Jamaica. Well, they're also helping people abroad, but they have come back into Jamaica to assist our Jamaicans as well. So as I said, the event is tomorrow at the Percy Junior Hospital. It is a blood drive and back to school treat. Come out, donate, and get your back to school goodies for your children.
Yeah, because we are about Jamaica, making Jamaica great.
Right.
That's what Bess is about. We call it's Bess FM, but it's really Bless FM.
I love that.
We want to bring back the blessing. But you know, weeks ago, remember what happened with the festival song as we were wrapping up this morning, our program. We have a song that we want to introduce to you about a gentleman who is on the rise. Tell him more about it, and Eden knows him very well too, you know. So, but as we talk about festival song, remember the initial thing. Oh, we only found 3 songs, and then we started.
Pastor, we are not about to have that very chaotic conversation.
No, we're not having it. No. But listen to what I'm saying. But they went back to the board, and now we have a festival song competition with 10 songs.
And, the quote-unquote second time around, they got way more entries.
Yeah, we know. We understand. It wasn't okay, but we had to, the Jamaican people had to do something about it. And I remember a caller called and says, no, man. And the Prime Minister were told, instructed them, come on.
Can you imagine if nobody spoke out about it and they just accepted, this is what it is.
And this program. So we just want to say the Jamaica Festival Song 22 competition, the presentation show is this evening on TVJ and PBC, and there are 10 songs. Let me go through them quickly. You have Magic Flute, I'm a Proud Jamaican, Interest, Rock to the Beat, Desire Boyd, Jamaica Sweet Again, Orchid, Diamond Jubilee, Rory Stam, Bring Back the Love, Inspire, Jamaica Nice Again, Nazarman Out of Many, 1160, and only one female in it, you know.
Wow.
Nasja, no make we nice, no where we nice up like, no we not nice like yard. Sorry about that. And Nitty Kochi, Defend Jamaica. Those are the 10 songs that are a part of it. We thought would have gotten the songs that we could have play them, and then you can decide. So,
but I mean, the songs are going to be aired tonight, so
yeah,
just
it's the
tune
voting
in.
platform. Digicel also open to flow. You can vote on WhatsApp. There's an ad that you can download, but we are saying Jamaica
ad or an app.
An app. There's an ad in the paper, and there's an app. Jamaica, we spoke. They listened. We need to continue to speak
exactly,
and to be hold our leaders accountable. In the chat as we close and we have the song, somebody says, you know, Taki saying the gas process of the 80s was spontaneous and took the politicians by surprise. So were the labor movements of the 30s and 40s. Circumstantial evidence. It is the TikTok scare of politicians. We are saying we have to change. People keep calling in and saying we have to change. We have to take care of the small things that are impacting every single Jamaicans. One of our callers spoke about a vision for Jamaica that says this is where we want to be, and then we bring everything together to move Jamaica forward. So we don't want a catastrophe to bring about the change. Let us freely do it so we can move forward. It is now time. Eden, any closing comments?
Yes, I want to say happy birthday to all those who are having birthdays today. Happy born day to you. Enjoy your day to the fullest. No, I don't have anybody specific, but I'm just saying happy birthday or happy Earth Strong, whichever way you like it. That's the greeting for you today. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at The Morning Connection, and you subscribe to our YouTube channel at TMC at Bess100 FM. And if you joined us on our YouTube stream, thank you so much. If you were listening via the website at Bess100.com, thank you for joining us. If it's a radio, thank you. If it's your phone, thank you so much for being part of our morning. And we are wishing you a blessed day.
So as we sign off, because this is our Friday,
yes.
Thursday is our Friday here on The Morning Connection. Looking forward to Minett returning with us next week. Look, a big shout out to Catherine at JD's Pubs, the Legany Club. We've spoken about a lot of stuff, but what we are saying to all of us as Jamaicans, as we move towards our 60th birthday, we are one. We need to come together as one, individually, in our families, in our communities, that as we follow the map, the motto, the anthem, and our pledge, Jamaica will continue to play her place in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. As we say, walk good and don't buck your toe. Bless up.
Hold it, my brother. I know you're happy. The volume burners and two jobs. Not every weapon formed against you. It's rising of your dark.
On the best station, Bess100 FM.
Don't let nobody break you. Don't let them try you down. You're not eaten in a bed. You're firm and solid. Go for what you want. Don't let your dreams them doors. I know you feel so discouraged. Can't bother with that it. Just bring it out to the most and hold it, my friend. I know you're hurting. Give all your troubles unto God. Yeah, oh. Not every weapon formed against you. It's a rising of your dark. Stumbling blocks.
You, Mr. DJ, play the song from the top, man. What you do, man? Sure.
Yeah, roll it, man. Oh, yeah, roll it.
Bess FM, rocking. Yeah, man. You bella.
Give all your burdens unto God. Yeah, oh. Not every weapon formed against you. It's a rising of your dark. Don't let nobody break you. Don't let them tie you down. You're not the tongue in a bed. You're firm and solid.
On the best station, Bess100
Don't
FM.
let your dreams them down. I know you feel so discouraged. Can't bother with that it. Just bring it out to the most and hold it, my friend. I know you're hurting.